Alrighty. We're live. Love you. Are you joining the chat? There we go. Fantasy grounds at least. Can you hear me, Kayla?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can. How's it going?
Good, good. How's it going for y'all?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
My mom actually found out today there's a shot she might just have to have a stent instead of a full-on surgery. But we find out for sure next week.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, it's way simpler, so...
Okay, I mean, that's good.
We don't know for sure, though, so...
Well, I hope she doesn't end up needing the surgery, unless it'd be better for her.
Yeah, like I said, we're supposed to find out next week. What exactly the options are and what's long-term better and whatever, so...
And are you doing okay with everything?
What'd you say?
Are you doing okay with everything?
Yeah, I am. It just been kind of hectic because we were getting her all prepped for surgery this week, and then it was canceled kind of last minute. And I'm teaching a summer course online too, so it's been
For
kind
sure.
of hectic, but fine. I'm using different headphones right now than I normally do, and everything sounds a little weird. So
Hey, that's okay. I sound weird normally.
I asked for a lot of repeats just because I'm not used to the sound. I could have just like had in my AirPods more than I did, but it was easier to find a pair of wired ones. But
Well, that's good. I hope you like them.
fine. They're kind of old, and I think that's why it sounded so weird to me because I've used these before with no issue.
And how's work going for you?
It's going good. My summer course just started this week, so like I've had a lot of student emails and stuff, but it's fine. So far, so good.
Okay, that's what matters. So what are we gonna do with you being here and
I've got
also?
it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. As long as you're taken care of.
I'm the dungeon master. It is my job to always have everyone prepared. Even if that preparation jumps through a number of iterations and hoops.
Sorry about that.
No, it's not a problem. Honestly, it's something that works really well with the plot, and so we'll see how it goes. But either way, the most important thing is that your mom is okay, and if she ends up not having to go in for surgery, then all the better.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm sure it'll all work out.
Well, I'm just glad she has you on her side to be there for her.
Yeah, me too. Me too. A lot of her blood pressure problems and stuff escalated while I was still having my own classes and stuff to go to, and it was, I think, stressing her out that I wasn't able to be here, but I'm here now, so.
Does your mom live pretty far away from you?
Yeah, she's still in Texas, and I normally live in Ohio, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were still in Texas for some reason.
Nope.
Jake on Fantasy Grounds. Your keyboard is so loud, darling.
I know.
A fantasy Fantasy Grounds, am I supposed to click on any character in that? Do I even need to log in? I mean, I'm technically in Fantasy Grounds, but I haven't clicked any.
I mean, I sent you the stuff that will be relevant for today, but I do have that also in Fantasy Grounds. So you
Okay.
can jump in and use that.
Okay, yeah, because I did notice there's 2 options for me, so... Okay, cool.
Yep, that is the one. Go ahead and you can put your name in and all that jazz.
Sorry about my loud keyboard. I'm glad that my sending got through to you.
Me too. That was very fortunate.
I'm not sure what I would have done otherwise.
That's funny. The one person who said they weren't gonna be here is the one who's one of two.
First person here.
Yeah. Yes. I almost commented on that just a second ago myself.
I lost track of the days, unfortunately, in the last couple of days. So I was actually very surprised that it was Friday.
Yes, he messaged me like 10, 15 minutes ago. It's Friday, question.
Well, today's I've just been doing random shit. Those stuff, sorry. I need to stop cursing. I apologize.
How dare you?
Damn it, man, there are children here.
Well, I just don't know if Zelkier has the same curse words as...
That is something that I would love to figure out. The sort of cursing they do in Zelkier.
Yeah, the only sort of fantasy sci-fi thing I've ever seen that has, like, changed up the curse words, and I think they did it to great effect, was Battlestar Galactica. They had frack. I think that's what it was. Was it frack?
I think Firefly did that too.
The Wheel of Time does a great job. I don't know if this is purely the Wheel of Time, but this is one of the ones they have. Blood and bloody ashes.
Blood and bloody ashes. Is that really an expletive, though? What is an expletive? I'm not quite sure.
Because whatever you want it to be,
Burn me.
does it mean something bad?
It just means bad. It's just bad. It just means
Basically, you're
bad.
just trying to be vulgar.
To an extent. I mean, a curse is really just, you know, I don't even, it's just, okay, what's the definition of expletive? That'll probably help. Okay, never mind. It's an oath or a swear word, so that's going to be a circular definition if we use that. Okay.
Yes, it is. But see, that's the weird thing about it, because like half the time I use expletives to just emphasize something, not necessarily to make it sound bad, but just to make it sound dramatic. So I don't know if that would technically be an I don't know.
I don't think it is. Like it... Because, okay, so what I've heard is that there's a part of the brain...
I'd probably need to update.
Yeah, probably.
Go ahead.
That
I couldn't join.
There's like a part of the brain that is used differently when someone uses an expletive usually, because it's a different type of response than just a general exclamation. Because generally the situation where you'll use an expletive is when there's a level of shock or surprise and anger all kind of mixed together. But I don't know.
Well, sometimes it's not anger, sometimes it's joy.
Well, okay, yes. But the point is the shock and the surprise. But it's a long time since I had heard that, so I'm not sure. Oh gosh, is it not picking you guys up? Wait, can you guys say something real quick? I just need to make sure.
Something.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Twitch is picking you guys up.
I did need to update.
Yep. There was apparently a big update for Fantasy Grounds. It told me to back up all my campaign files before launching any of them, because once I launch them in the current update, it's no longer backward compatible with older versions of Fantasy Grounds.
Upgraded right before jumping on, and I saw that notice and was like, I have upgraded this almost every week since, we've been playing.
Well, there's updates. There's updates, but this was like a big update, because I can't remember when it started, but Fantasy Grounds Unity, the one that we're running, it actually only technically got released a month or two before we started the last campaign, the Spider's Web.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's technically in beta, but it's barely released.
Oh, okay.
Relatively speaking. So this was a big update.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Who's Tiffany and Jasper's? Do we have more people joining us today?
And I say, what about breakfast at Tiffany's?
Oh, did you just join, Jake? Sweet. Good to have you here.
Yeah, sorry for being 15 minutes late.
Yeah,
I was late too.
Hear you.
And everyone else is late.
Okay, so Jake, I have to request that every time you join, now to do it.
Sorry, you actually you got out of the last part.
Oh, I was just saying that he needed, every time he joined in the future, he needed to do so in song form like that.
Alright.
Needs to be a thing.
Alright, well thank you. I will take that as a compliment.
Alright, I do have a question for you, Taggart.
Okay, I do have an answer for you.
Prince.
Can air have a taste?
What do you mean, can air have a taste?
No, I'm asking Taggart, can air have a taste?
Yes.
Can it have a smell?
Yes, especially if you're nearby and haven't showered.
That's all I wanted to know.
That sounded like a Cameron sort of question, because...
Well, a pound of air is 12 cubic feet. I know that.
That's fine.
That would depend on the air pressure.
I'm just saying that prestidigitation says that you can flavor or change the taste of 1 pound of material.
Okay. Define material.
Actually, I don't know if it's material. Hold on, let me get the exact...
I do want to see, because I'm not necessarily opposed to that. If it says material, then I will allow it.
Hold on. Prestidigitation.
You also have to say it properly.
What is prestidigitation? Okay, prestidigitation.
Okay,
there we
got it. Okay. Now, depending on the wording of the thing, You can make the. I mean, effectively, are you trying to like make a skunk smell?
1 cubic foot of non-living material. Well, no, it's garlic.
So, okay, let's see. Color cleaner soil, 1 foot cube each row. That should be cubed. Or just really 1 cubic foot would be the better way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, chill, warm, or flavor 1 pound of non-living material cannot yield damage or affect the concentration of spellcast. So here's what I would say, is that you could make it smell like a garlic. The issue being this. If you're in an area outside, then it's not going to last because the air is going to dissipate fast enough that the scent isn't going to be strong enough to be noticeable. If you're in an enclosed space, then I will say that you'll definitely be able to give it the smell of garlic that will be recognizable and noticeable. However, being that it only smells like garlic, it will have no actual tangible effect on someone. But you could get them to think that it might, and therefore react accordingly.
Well, okay, so it
Does that
can
make
also
sense?
create, yes, it
Okay,
can
go
also create non-magical trinket or illusory image. Can you do it in the form of a holy symbol?
And the holy symbol is shaped like garlic.
Here's I worship the god of garlic. Prestidigitation can create small objects, but they look crude and artificial. So yes, but you would look like some Stone Age hobo using a holy symbol, if that makes sense. I mean, I would say that it's easier to just get a holy symbol that you don't have any tie to and just use that for what you're trying to do. But there's nobody around who has extra holy symbols lying around. Okay, I have not heard from Parley. I know he's been fairly busy recently, so it's...
Well, I'm
What?
sorry about today. My computer rebooted and my phone died, so it was just bad all around.
Okay.
What's so funny, Dagger?
I saw what you posted. I haven't looked at it yet, but...
I highly recommend that video.
What
It's so
is
dumb.
happening to my computer? Okay. I think that was captured on Twitch for posterity to see, but my Discord just wigged out for a second. If I go into full screen, let's see if it happens again. I think we're probably going to end up starting without Parley. I haven't heard from him.
Nice, right here.
Okay.
What? Oh, there you are. Gosh. How long have you been there, Parley? Am I just blind?
A few minutes.
I am blind. Sorry for sending you a message and saying, hey, are you coming? And then not noticing that you were here.
He actually arrived like just after I arrived.
What?
Yeah.
Really? And you didn't call me out?
I wasn't here.
I was the last one here.
I was away from my keyboard.
My gosh. I am blind. I'm sitting here thinking, man, when's Parley going to show up?
I think my
Nah, just kidding. He showed up like a minute ago.
Okay. Take 30 points of damage, Jake. I'm just kidding. This time.
In real life.
Yes, take 30. Oh,
Yeah.
man. That's... Oh.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yep.
I mean, I did like a year and a half of missionary service in Brazil in the favelas, so I probably have like 3 levels of cleric or something.
I mean, I think technically 3 levels of cleric would probably make you a god in our world.
It really depends.
Yeah, why aren't people worshipping me? You know?
We just have a low magic setting.
I'm just saying, a level 1 bard can do prestidigitation. Okay, that. And I can tell you, the sort of things you can do with that would make you a millionaire in our world. So.
Yes. I have a question.
I don't think so. Like, sleight of hand artists can do way more impressive things than just make dancing.
I don't know. You can instantaneously clean or soil an object every round at will. Every 6 seconds,
you ever met a
can
child?
clean a cubic feet.
There's only one thing
Why don't
worse
you just
than
get like a stink bomb or get one of those magic erasers?
Yeah,
Mr.
but okay.
Clean.
Let's put it like this: I could open a dry cleaner and just wave my hands over people's clothes every 6 seconds and make enough money to last for.
Yes. Or you could use a
that dry
machine
cleaning?
to do that.
I mean, but that's just one aspect of it. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
Sure.
You can flavor food and...
I can do that.
A chef can do that with spices.
Yes, but you can do it instantaneously.
So
and do
can
it
a
to
chef.
any...
They just get the salt.
Doing it
and
instantaneously
it
doesn't
over.
make it taste better. It just makes it taste. But
It just
I'll tell
makes
you this: if you ever have kids,
Yeah, I'll tell you, you can do
you'll
things
know
easier and
they can make things
Yes.
dirty very quickly.
Okay, how about this?
Making a cubic foot of material dirty in 6 seconds, child's play. Literally, literally child's play right there.
You can chill or warm liquid or objects up to 40 degrees in either direction.
Okay, I have met Jaggert's parents. They can make a 6 cubit foot space dirty like that.
My parents?
Dad joke. Yeah, I've heard your dad say a few dirty jokes.
Oh man, my dad is hilariously awesome and horrible at the same time. The stories I could tell that are not safe for this stream.
Are we streaming now?
Yeah, we're streaming. I was streaming before anybody was on. So anyone who joined us early, I actually have no idea on the new...
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Williams. Hope you guys are doing well.
I got a new thing. I guess I haven't technically tested. No, we tested it last time with Erica, but apparently this works way better and they can hear you. The difference is that I actually can't see if someone's on, if someone's watching. So...
Small press to pay.
Unless we do have... Okay, no, I'm seeing like 5 users. I don't know if that's actually... Well, either way, I think we are ready to go. I don't know if that's currently users in the chat.
Are we missing someone? No, we're not.
Nope, we are
I don't
not.
think so.
Well,
Everyone is here.
yes and no.
I think you're
Where's
spiritually
Malin?
missing me.
Where's Malin? That's the question.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
where's Malin?
I realized I've been muted for a while, and I totally said things.
How appropriate in character. Malin's just over wherever she is, talking alone, and no one can hear her.
I just talked about how I didn't realize we were streaming when I first got on, and was talking about the stuff with my mom's help and whatever. And
like, man, no one cares for some reason. These people are heartless.
I
Hope
mean,
she's doing all right though.
she is right now. Yes,
Good.
we'll find out more.
Yeah.
But yes, did not realize the streaming.
Sorry, I should have said something. I guess I said we're up and going, but I didn't explicitly say that
We're live.
Yeah, we're live. Well, guys, we're live, and hello. We ready to start, or do we want to tease
Yes.
around for another 2 minutes?
I'm ready to
Okay.
start.
So, last we saw our intrepid adventurers, they had pursued the big, scary, and pink carapace. Oh, and then everyone disappeared from video, except me. Okay.
Wait, do you want me?
I mean,
do
you
want,
can-
I
Your
want.
beautiful voices or face is always welcome. Yes, show us your drill. So you had chased down the worm to its apparent lair, a large cavern in the ground. Upon getting there, and you were kind of scoping out the area, you heard and felt it coming. After which, a fight ensued. It nearly killed about a third of your party, in its first pass, but before it was able to come back and finish you off, those of you off who had run over before, you were able to assert at least some level of control over it. And while you were able to eventually dispose of it, it became evident very quickly that somebody somewhere was watching you and was interfering with what was going on. You were able to prevent Prince from releasing the creature while under control or domination of some outside entity, and the rest of you were able to dispose of the creature by means of destroying a large boulder above it in the cavern while you told it to go down below. However, upon completing that, it became apparent to you that something had happened to Maleth, and she was gone. Inspection of the area made it appear that perhaps the Lich had come in and taken her away. Hestia was able to send a sending spell, and somehow Maleth was able to respond, though briefly. And if I recall, let me pull up her response.
Oh yeah, in the chat.
Was it in the other chat? Either way, Lich used Command Undead and teleported me to ornate, regal place. From that, the party presumed that she had been taken somewhere to the capital. Which, let me pull up the name of the capital. Well, can I never find things in my notes that I need? Melkar. Okay. So she had been taken to the capital city, Melkar. A place that till now you have been slowly making your way towards, but are still uncertain as to the fate of the city. So, we will rejoin our adventurers now, as they are missing a key member of their party, preparing to make their way to the capital and the unknown dangers that await them.
So I guess roll perception to see if I can see the tracks more clearly or whatever.
The tracks for
Maleth went
teleported. So there are no tracks. Oh, also, there was one other thing that happened at the end of the night, is that as the sun was going down, you saw a shadowy figure somewhat close by, watching you. Shorter and stockier, but watching you until it disappeared into a cloud of smoke.
Abe.
Yeah.
Who's Abe?
So when we started this mission, on our way here, we were ambushed by undead, and as we were teleported here, there was someone that started off the journey with us that didn't make it here, that got left behind with the Lich that we were fighting, and that was Abe.
He's a clever, guilesome little halfling with time manipulation abilities. Limited, but...
What was his disposition? Why would he help the Lich?
Oh, he wasn't.
Or he's not
He was fighting
willingly.
the Lich.
Yeah. He was gonna take him. Saved our lives, probably, but...
Yeah, it was like a self-sacrifice kind of thing.
And now he's
You
one of
said
them.
that Abe was in the fight we were just in. Was he helping us, or...?
He died to the Lich when he saved us, and is presumably has been raised by the Lich as a servant.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so
it
he might
seems
be
that
working for the Lich. Yeah, sorry, go
But
ahead.
where is he, though? I mean... I was looking over at the worm's corpse. Where did anyone see where he went?
Perception.
You're wanting to know where Abe would have went?
I thought he just disappeared. Didn't
Oh
he?
yeah, but
He was-
I
Did,
mean,
did anyone actually see him, or
There
just
were, I
things
think,
that he
2
might
people.
do?
There were 2 people
Mhm.
that saw someone who's presumably him. You couldn't make out details. Gabriel. Who actually, real quick, who was it that had seen him last time? Do you guys remember?
I don't.
Okay, well, there were 2 of you who rolled high enough to
Hestia
see
was
him,
one of them.
and you pointed the figure out to the others before he disappeared. The direction that he was in is towards the capital, probably, based on your remembrance. You haven't if you pull out the map, you'll be able to tell pretty quickly that the direction that he was between you and whatever direction was towards the capital.
I think our old friend is trying to help us. Or maybe not friend, but our old compatriot.
What makes you say he's trying to help us?
I don't know. Well, actually, that's a good question. Because if he did die, then he was probably brought back to life by a lich or another necromancer. And unwillingly might be working against us now and trying to lure us to where we should not be.
I mean, yeah, there is a greater question. Should we even go to the capital? I mean, it definitely stands to reason that our enemies know that we're going to show up there, or at least nearby. I don't want to walk into a trap.
Yeah, me neither. But
Well, we may not have a choice whether or not to walk into a trap, honestly. If our only path forward is to go to the capital, then do we have any alternatives?
I mean, we could try and go around. Maybe we could try and go around, but that would be a big waste of time, in my opinion.
We should also probably save Malith.
Yep, and I have my shadow walk if we want to use that.
Your what?
Shadow walk. It's where I can go into a different dimension.
Right, your home plane of existence.
He's from the Shadow Plane?
Well, my ancestors were. Well, I was born there.
You were born in the Shadow Plane?
Yeah.
Naturally.
Refugees. They're a thing.
Well,
It would go faster to do Shadow Walk. Is there any dangers of traveling this way?
Yes.
Well, we shouldn't use that just to go faster. I can see that we're in any immediate rush. I mean, obviously we need to take Maleth, but we don't even know if she's in the capital.
Do we even know the state of the capital right now?
Nope. But that it's probably under control of the undead.
but one thing's for certain, staying right here right now is not the best idea. They know our location. We need to regroup.
Can you guys make a perception check for me?
No. I don't think I've ever gotten anything good from perception the entire time.
Boo.
Igor, your perception is wow.
Prince and Gabriel, you both notice a figure walking towards you.
Well, what?
A figure walking towards you from the north, in the fading light. Lightly armored, you can see what appears to be a sword on the hip, but They are cautiously walking towards you, as if they see you. No weapon at the ready, but you see this humanoid, average height for a human, walking towards you.
Okay. There appears to be a guy coming towards us.
I'm going
Do you
to.
recognize him at all? Do I recognize him?
Let's see. How far, or would you call out to them or anything? Because right now in the fading light, you can't make out too many details until they get closer.
Well, they're walking towards us, so I see no reason to call out to them, and apparently they see us. So
when they get close enough to you, you can make out a tall, slender woman with slightly ashen skin. She makes no other comment though walking towards you. She appears cautious, but not aggressive at the moment.
Do I feel any heebie-jeebies coming from my medallion?
She's not close enough for you to know for sure, because the range on that we decided is 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Would you walk closer to her so that you could tell?
I would cross my arms, but I'm grabbing a dagger, like I'm ready to grab a dagger and fight if need be.
So as she gets close enough, you feel no response from your amulet.
Okay, then I'll uncross my arms and just put them up, fingers apart. Like.
So she has long white hair, and now that you are here, 1 second. Yeah, she's got longer white hair, kind of wispy. She's very slender looking, but she stops before she gets too close. Looks at you and says nothing for a moment.
Can I do a knowledge check to see her race? You said she had silver white hair and ashen skin?
Yes.
Okay, is there any sort of knowledge check I can do to figure out what she might be?
Knowledge
nature.
She looks human. She's very much human. I mean, the coloring of her skin and her hair, it's not outside of the realm of what's available for human. It's not the most common, but she definitely is human.
Alrighty.
Jasper says, either we're quite the sight to behold, or we've got something on our face, because you're standing and staring an awful long time.
Well, I wanted to make sure you were actually living people, considering the state of things. I'm sorry for staring, I know it's rude.
You're not getting any sound out, Gabriel.
I mean, that's fair, I just did that with you. Gabe, by the way, what's your name?
Tiffany. Sorry,
Tiffany?
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Yes, like I said, I'm sorry, I'm just relieved to find people who seem to be alive and well.
What attracted you to this area? There was a lot of commotion that just happened. Surely you must have seen either the dust or the large creature in the distance. Is there some reason that you were attracted to this area?
I didn't notice that you just killed a very intimidating creature. It's kind of what made me start walking this way, but if you mean more generally, my family lives here in Zelkior, and when I stopped getting letters and messages from them, I returned home to see what was going on, but I fear they probably didn't make it. And so now I've just been kind of trying to find out what exactly is going on and to see if anyone is alive and normal. And I found you.
Well, I am sorry about your family. A lot of people have lost everything in this war, I guess you can call it.
Yes, it certainly appears that way. I feel guilty I've stayed away from home for so long. I mean, I kept in contact, but I haven't actually visited in years, and I had no clue it was like this.
Jasper's eyeing Tiffany up and down.
I want to get a sense motive on Tiffany. Now that we have been talking for a little bit.
Go ahead and
32. 32.
What are your initial thoughts so I can kind of gauge what you're trying to get?
I'm trying to get how... Okay, I think I believe her that she's from the area and stuff, but kind of seeing what her motives are now. Like, what kind of vibe is she giving? Like, I'm here and, well, there's undead, but I'm just going to see what I can loot. Or either that, or maybe I want to see if I could do anything. Maybe help find my family, or help whatever's going on get better. Or 3, I just want to learn what's going on, and that's it.
So her story seems in line with the way that she's dressed and acting. Her outfit is practical but not ornate. You notice that, you know, she has the vibe of more of an adventurer than a looter about her. Because with someone who's looting, you can tell that they're gonna, for one, they're gonna try and, you know, be less noticed in general. But the way that she carries herself is akin to someone who's used to looking after themselves, used to taking care of themselves in dangerous circumstances. And so she carries, at least to an extent, that level of confidence where she's not just out there, you know, with a mousy look trying to stay unnoticed or unseen. Again, the way that you would expect for someone who's a looter or a thief. So, I mean, at least from what you're seeing, from what you're hearing, it all lines up and it checks out.
I want to do one, but mine's very specific. I want to sense enchantment on her to see if she is being controlled.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sense motive. And I can't remember, are you able to do that? You are, okay. So, as you're watching her, the way that she acts is guarded but natural.
Okay. Alrighty.
Is that a fair description, Tiffany?
Yeah. Yes, that sounds perfect.
I'm sorry, what did you mention you were doing out here again? Tiffany?
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
You didn't hear what was just said?
No.
No.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. I heard Tiffany, but I didn't hear what was said about Tiffany.
What exactly did you say you were doing out here again?
Oh, I was trying to see if anyone and who was still alive and doing okay, and figure out what all is going on in Zelkir and how I can help this situation. It appears there's a lot of death and destruction and undead.
Well, do you have any skills? We were, I think, about to head towards the capital, and we think that the capital may have some vampiric influence going on. We're not quite sure what's going on, but we do know that there's more than likely a lich or a vampire who has some sort of hold over the capital, and we were going to head that way to save a friend of ours. Do you have any skills that would aid us in maybe fighting, or at least trying to make our way through a potentially undead-infested capital?
I mean, I can hold my own in a fight, if that's what you're asking, and I mean, I am how should I put this? Skilled with locks and similar barriers.
Okay. Well, I was
Now-
just. Go ahead.
Now maybe you've done a good job of, as a singular person evading the attention of the undead around here. May not be so easy in a large group such as ours. Sneaky type, lockpicking type. But how do you handle a sword?
You have
And
one to
Jasper
talk
quickly
about.
lifts up
Sneaky.
and Jasper quickly lifts up his cane and begins to swing it toward her.
You would have, immediately brought her sword out, too. I would rather
All
not
right.
fight you, but if this is what you want...
I mean, does she react quick enough?
Jasper gets his hand
Go
cut
ahead
off.
and,
Please.
let's see. I'm gonna roll a sense motive for her and see if she read that coming enough.
I mean, he would have, popped up his cane to, adjust how he's holding it, and then...
Oh, that's a pretty high roll. Yeah, she would have seen it early enough to react. So,
Alright. So how does she react? What does she do?
what is it that you do specifically, Jasper? Do you actually draw and swing, or I guess not draw, just do you actually bring down your cane and attack?
Yeah, absolutely. So what Jasper does is, I guess, so he's holding his cane like this, and he's for support. What he does is he pops it up, and then he strikes.
She would have, assuming I'm allowed to determine what Tiffany does,
Yep, you would have
just quickly pulled her sword to block the cane from actually hitting her. Or anything.
Based on circumstances, I'm going to say you would have just deflected it without issue.
Yes.
Please ignore
For context, what that would have been in-game rules is Tiffany would have taken a total defense and then gotten a bonus to your AC to not get hit. So rather than being aggressive, you're just getting a boost to your AC.
As I did that, I'd say I haven't survived this long on my own. Without effort.
Good. Then it looks like you won't be holding us back at all. We do have to get moving. The undead know of our whereabouts at this moment, so we need to find some place to hide.
Do we know of any place nearby that is at least towards the capital that we can go to?
Only where we were.
Well, Tiffany, do you know any spots? You said you grew up here.
I mean, not in this particular... not this particular place where I grew up, but I've been kind of hiding out. Kind of the area you saw me walking, I was basically just hiding behind some trees and stuff to not get attacked by any of the various undead critters roaming around. I can make my way to the capital pretty easily. I mean, I know the geography well enough for that, if you would like to take help.
That would be great.
Alright, well I think we should start heading towards the capital unless anyone has some objections.
I'm just gonna look towards Hestia and Nomad. See if they have any objections.
Bartholomew steps forward with a hand on his sword hilt, and he is, he's looking at the newcomer and the rest of you and says, "Are we certain that we can trust her? You all seem to be believing her story completely."
Can I do a sense motive on her?
Yeah.
Frankly, I do have to agree with Bartholomew here. Your presence is quite convenient, to say the least.
It is. But I'm not sure that quite matters.
And why is that, Jasper?
Because
Well,
going to the capital
actually,
is achieving our mission.
before we continue this conversation, Tiffany, do you mind giving us just a couple minutes to discuss amongst ourselves? Sorry,
Sure.
we just want to make sure. Thank you.
I got an 11.
Why don't we step? I'm gonna try and guide people about 30 feet away.
Real quick, Hestia rolled her sense motive, and with a nat 1,
Uh-oh.
you trust her completely. You can relate to her story, and you see no reason not to. I mean, she's obviously alive. She's not undead, and I mean, you could tell. I mean, actually, Prince, did you say anything about checking her for enchantments?
No. I didn't get a chance to,
Yeah.
but I would just.
But
I thought you
Hestia,
said if she was under the influence of anything, didn't you?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Steven
yeah.
mentioned that.
I
Oh,
think
okay.
she's cool. She seems good to me.
Well, I'm going to just look at everybody, and obviously it's speaking softly so that Tiffany doesn't overhear. Well, at least for the most part, do believe her. However, if she is a foe, I do think it best that we keep our enemy close, just so that she isn't spying on us and relating information without our knowing. It is easier for us to subdue her or dispatch her if need be, if she is close to us. That's what I think.
And I'm of the same mind. What I was trying to say earlier, Nomad, is that if she is an enemy, she is likely with the undead that we're facing against. At this point, it seems wisest to play into the hand of the enemy a little bit. They know where we are, and I don't think we would easily lose her, or if we did lose her, what do they have in store if we refuse to play to their hand? There will be a good time to retaliate, and I think we can uncover in time whether Tiffany, if that's even her name, is trustworthy. But I don't trust her. And honestly, I don't care too much to trust her. But she's capable. So if she is an ally, then great. We have someone to help us in this suicidal journey. And if she's not our ally, then it's a good thing we don't trust her. Unless your name's Hestia, of course.
Hey, she looks good to me.
Suicidal? Jasper, we just destroyed a giant worm.
Good point. Slightly difficult mission to the capital.
Well, I think that you make good points, at least. I think that patience would avail us best here. I see no reason for now not to let her into the party.
But I suppose, Charlemagne, you are one of the king's men. I'm sure that you've seen a fair bit of intrigue in your life. How do you feel
the Queen's man.
about this situation? Forgive me.
He nods.
I didn't.
She doesn't have the look of Zelkir about her, but you make a good point. If she is an enemy, better to keep her where we can see her. She does have the look of someone who can hold her own in a fight, as she says. Perhaps she can be useful. We just don't turn our backs to her and don't leave her unattended when we sleep.
Well, it's a good thing 3 of us, 2 of us, don't sleep, really. Stupid undeath Malek cheese. I would be surprised if we found her in decent condition.
Well, they went through all this trouble to snatch her. I doubt they just want to kill her.
Maybe they're actually very curious about how she is not consumed, or rather her personality and spirit are not consumed by the necromantic energies. I, too, find that curious, honestly.
Well, you know that was Sin's doing.
Well, yes, but how he does it
But also,
claims it's
speaking of
Rasmus' work,
which,
but I don't know.
doesn't it seem suspicious? We lose a party member, someone from our squad, and then this other individual just magically shows up like there's a slot to fill.
I think it seems okay
That's
to
what
me.
I'm saying.
Just focus on how pretty she looks, and I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I like
You'll
it.
get over how convenient this is.
Roll for pretty, Tiffany.
Yeah, how pretty is Tiffany?
Yeah, how hot is she?
Okay, there's no reason for her to get
It's
high.
a 20.
She's
you
got
roll-
a-
or D10.
she's
yeah.
pretty attractive.
Right.
Tiger, what do I need to roll for pretty?
It's a D10 plus your charisma bonus.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh!
Show
Roll a
we
10.
Maiden, indeed.
Wow.
We are not maidenless anymore. Oh,
No,
man.
that blushes heavily.
But you know what? I think
Okay.
there is just something about her that I don't know. I can't put my finger on it.
Okay.
But-
Real quick, I know that there's some metagaming joking going on, but just for context, we know that this is happening at least partially because Kayla Maleth is gone, but nothing was
He's amazing.
changed in what is going on in the world to accommodate for this.
Oh, I know.
So I'm making sure you know that it's not like somebody just magically poofed out of air.
I'm just covering all my bases.
No, and I that's not to say that you guys shouldn't question this. I'm just letting you know that this isn't someone didn't poof out of a plot. Nobody
No one pooped out of the
a-
poop hole.
Yes. Pretty sure that happens all the time. Nobody poofed out of a plot hole to fill a role that was suddenly vacant.
Every time Enrique goes away, I feel like I need to as well. Like, just I don't deserve the DM's. Welcome to Pathfinder.
You know why I go away? Because I end up doing this.
Let us.
Oh right,
let
it's
us
not
know,
safe for work. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, not my
Let us
popcorn.
know how much you enjoy your food.
Hey, I have very good D&D snacks.
Was it D&D if there's no snacks?
It's not.
That's why I bring food. You know, although I ate it all. So.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Back to your role playing.
Well, anyway, Charlemagne experienced the Queen's Men, so you're probably familiar with how to handle someone who makes their way inside and trying to get them on your terms rather than us on their terms.
I'll keep a ready eye on her.
Good. I would expect no less.
I don't know why you guys are so suspicious of her.
Oh,
It is rather
Nice.
convenient. I mean, it is rather convenient that why is she out here? There was a giant creature. Who walks towards giant creatures? Besides
Why
us,
are we out
obviously.
here?
Well, we came to kill it. I presume
Maybe
Nomad
you guys
really
need to kill
wanted.
it.
Nomad really wanted this thing dead.
I think you
That's
guys-
right, and we succeeded at very little cost, I might add. Well, I mean, the thing with Maleth was out of our control. But
I'll
I think that we
also-
still came out of that relatively unscathed.
You
For the most part.
have a very strong fortitude, because if I remember correctly, you were one of the people who got nearly trampled to death by this thing, right?
As you're saying
been
this,
through worse.
Charlemagne takes a look at his leg, and there's like still some scarring on it, even though it was healed. And he's just kind of looking at it and like tenderly putting weight on it, and looking at you very confused, Nomad.
Looking at his perfectly healed leg, yeah, I would be confused too. Yeah, he's never seen divine magic like that at work, I assume.
Well, Charlemagne, you came out lucky. Me being legless here is kind of a new thing.
A scarred leg for a giant dead creature, I think, is a worthy trade-off. I don't actually say that in character.
Maybe for
But-
you, Nomad. Some people
I'm actually
like their
I'm taking
legs.
everything
I
you said
look
as
at
in character.
Jasper.
Wait, what was that, Tackert?
Everything that you're saying, I'm taking it as in character. Charlemagne is hearing all of it. And at this point,
I said I didn't say it in character.
Oh, you didn't?
I'm just saying that to everyone in Discord.
Oh. Which part of
I
the scarred leg is worth killing the worm?
Yes, but Nomad would actually never say something so heartless to somebody. That's incredibly rude and mean.
Oh yeah, that is not Nomad at all.
That's not Nomad.
When have I been callous and mean as Nomad?
Why is he not?
Bring up an example. Are you joking?
He's got a good
Hey,
point. I think you're confusing
You
him
people
with
are
Zen.
not paying attention to anything if you think that that's what my character is. Bring up an example right now. No, seriously. Let's take a
Okay.
second. What's an example?
Okay, when
Thinking
Nomad's
you know
really
my
nice.
character better than I do? Are you joking? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Thank
I
God
mean,
Nomad
yes,
is so
I
nice.
I am joking. That's a thing.
Thank the gods
What's
Nomad
a
is
thing?
so nice.
Okay, so we really should probably start moving towards the capital or a city.
Yes, I'm surprised everyone trusts war criminal Nomad here still. They think I'm also horrible. But yes, I think that we should move.
Criminal.
Just, horrible serial killer, Zodiac killer type. Yeah.
Although, if we're
No.
going to be on the move, we should probably use that one spell to allow us to be undetected, hopefully.
We have a spell that you mean hide from
Two of
undead.
us hide from undead, yeah.
How long does it last?
An hour, I believe. That should be enough time to at least find shelter, the shelter that Tiffany's talking about, and settle in.
Okay. Well,
If everyone thinks that resting somewhat nearby is safe, even though
I don't think that's a
Probably
good
not.
idea. As many times as we have been ambushed by random undead things, I think that we should probably find some place that is not predictable, maybe. Although,
I would probably have to walk away from the capital at that point.
Tiffany could be a spy.
Well,
Maybe
yeah.
she is the one who has been...
And a friend.
I shouldn't say that.
Why?
I do think it is rather convenient that a friend from you guys' past, a halfling, and a lich and or someone who can teleport and dominate undead knew where we were enough to sneakily pull off everything that they did. I can't imagine that we haven't been watched or followed for the past couple days.
It's not like you arrived at the best of circumstances and not at all circumspect.
That's
At least
true,
give her
but
the benefit of the doubt.
I agree, but we are talking about someone tracking our movements potentially, and she is the cloak and dagger rogue type, as Jasper pointed out. So it is. I don't think it's out of the ordinary to think that maybe someone is watching us, and I don't know how to avoid that.
Well,
It seems
actually,
we've
the
been-
Cloak and Dagger rogue type was my one compliment to her. I'm sure she'll prove useful, an ally or an enemy, but depends on how well we use her versus her taking advantage of us.
Okay, well, I just don't want to get jumped again or ambushed again. So let's use your spell and let's find some shelter, or at least make some shelter, or move towards the capital, whichever we decide to do.
Yeah, I actually don't have that spell.
Is that Hestia?
Oh, what is it? The
Hide from undead.
yeah,
How long does it last? An hour?
I'll check.
Should be an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay. Well, that'll give us some time to put some distance between us and whatever is tracking us. Hopefully, it may not be undead that is tracking
Right.
us. Vampires can manipulate humans. Although I don't think we've been that sneaky anyways.
So I just remembered. Hestia,
Mhm.
you receive a sending from Vocalion. So, for a moment, here, could you mute yourself so there's not the feedback?
Sorry.
Thanks, you're good. So for a moment, the visage of Vocalion appears in front of you, and to everybody else, Hestia kind of zones out for a moment. And Hestia, you hear the following. Exploring the cavern, plentiful undead, trying not to draw attention, uncertain on the path forward. Report from you.
I'll say Malith captured, going to capital. New person has joined. Be safe and don't
Worm's
get it
dead.
over your
Help.
head.
Worm's
Out of character. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. That's a big
Yeah.
event.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Okay. After a short amount of time, you get no response, and so
Worm's dead.
Yes. Oh, he didn't know it was a worm. Giant creature terrorizing the countryside, dead.
Too many words.
Carrion feeder dead. Isn't that what it was called?
it was a carapace, but it definitely focused on carrion, I believe.
Do we ever actually learn exactly what it's called besides giant worm things?
Yes, colossal. Oh gosh,
I actually don't
Worm.
have hide from
colossal
undead.
centipede carapace. You guys did eventually figure out what it was.
Okay.
I
So-
don't have hide from undead.
I thought that was Gabriel that had that.
But a cleric, inquisitor, or oracle, or war priest might have one.
Gabriel,
Yeah.
can you hide us from the undeads?
Yes. I
If
can.
you want to, and I guess we try to hide our new ally, maybe.
Wait, can you hit multiple people with this?
Yeah.
Alright.
Gotta
Question
find
is,
this
can he
spell.
hit all of us? Because we might be one above.
If he can't hit all of us, then there is no point to hitting any of us.
I mean, I think he can target 8 people.
Alright.
Yeah, let's see. Range. I could do it for an hour and 20 minutes. 8 people.
Okay. Well, we can
And
travel.
that should be enough. As if I recall, Nomad doesn't need that help. He's already warded off from the undead.
Yeah, my ring has that enchantment on it passively.
Yeah, so
I can turn myself into, like, have my aura be undead. I could do that.
Okay.
Although that may not be as advantageous as simply hiding, but it is good to know. Although you've mentioned that before.
It's always good to double check what everybody has.
Well, let's get
So-
a move on.
Let's do it.
Alright, are we moving towards
And,
the capital?
Moving towards Tiffany.
Yeah. And I'll say to Tiffany as well, please don't take any offense to our suspicion. Just know that we're trying to be careful, is all.
Given the state of things, I completely understand. It's a scary time in Zelkir.
That it is. However, I think that you will be a good asset, and we would welcome your presence.
Thank you, as I certainly welcome yours. Frankly, with things like that worm and whatever going around, I honestly questioned if I was going to survive.
Well, you won't have to worry about that now, at least.
Oh, we're, our friend here, Gabe, is gonna hide us from undead with this spell. You mentioned shelter. This should give us, especially give us enough time to evade vampires and skeletons around here and find some place to rest. Stop for a minute.
And we're off to the capital.
Yes, that's right. Now, you mentioned how you were looking for survivors. There is a city, the last standing city of Zelkir to the east, Barrowain. If you're not looking for an adventure, now's the time to leave.
I think I've given up on finding my family. At this point, I'd rather help those who are not so safe. I'm always down for an adventure.
I wouldn't give up on your family so soon. Just keep an ear to the ground is all.
Tiffany is going to nod. Yes, I've been away from home a very long time, and I've never gone this long without hearing from them. I am confident that if they were alive, I would have heard word.
It's hard to get word anywhere, and the people that know how to get word anywhere likely busy with military operations. So I don't think that it's that unlikely either.
Fair, but if they are in Barrowain safe, then hopefully they are still safe when we're done. And if they're not in Barrowain, who knows, maybe I will come across them in my time with you.
Indeed.
At any rate, I think I have a better chance of surviving to find out what happened to them if I'm not alone.
So do we want to try shadow walking, or are we gonna walk?
Let's just walk.
I agree. We should just walk. Plus, shadow walk, when you come out of it, it's a bit wonky.
You're a bit wonky.
Okay, go ahead and give me a survival check to find an appropriate place to sleep.
Who's gonna do it?
I can assist.
yes, please. And that assist.
Oh, right.
So that's with that assist. That's what, a 32.
That I did not
You
assist.
barely
I
didn't
didn't go high
assist.
enough.
Oh,
Assisting's
dumb.
DC 10.
oh
I can
nice.
assist.
Nope.
Never mind, I can't.
Well, I got a 30.
Erica, you just disconnected.
No, I did. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's because I accidentally hit the wrong thing.
You rolled a net one, you're like, nope, I'm done.
Goodbye.
Alright, Gabriel. You're able to find... Let's see, what sort of cover would you look for? Would you look for maybe a small village, or would you look for natural cover?
I think I would look for natural cover. I still want any more vampires going by, trying to go through ruins of a village or something like that. Trying to find
Check for
survivors.
vampires, because natural cover would probably be a good place for vampires to be.
So, you're able to find a small outcrop of rocks that will provide sufficient cover for your party.
Alright.
Can you mute yourself there? Your keyboard's loud. Alright, anything else, or how are you going to set up watches or anything like that?
I can do like a 2-hour or 3-hour watch, because I need to do something at night anyway, so...
Alright, I can take a shift after Rin's done, but keep in mind, I'm not the most perceptive out of everybody.
I mean, I can take a watch as well.
I do not mind taking a watch, but I understand if y'all don't trust me enough for that yet.
How about we both take the watch, Tiffany?
Sounds
We
good.
get to know each other better.
Tiffany will nod and say, I'd like that.
Hestia, why don't you and I take a turn? And why not?
It sounds good to me.
So I'll take my watch with Prince then, so that there's two of us taking a watch at all times.
Well, for part of the watch, I'm gonna need to, go off on my own anyway, so... that'll be good.
Yeah, that's alright. Also, when Tiffany says that she would like to take her watch with Nomad, I'm just gonna like very slightly try to be like, give a thumbs up to Nomad, like.
Oh, there's some bro culture going on over here.
I look back at Gabriel completely straight face, as if I almost don't even know what he means.
Oh, that makes it better. Alright. Yeah, so who's taking what watch?
I need to do mine sort of at like the 12 o'clock at the peak of night when the moon's out, so, and then...
Second watch then?
Or, yeah, whatever, second watch that works.
Alright.
And then, the second part of the watch, I'm gonna pull out a instrument and just practice music while we are out lightly, not too loud to attract attention. You know, only audible within like maybe 10 feet.
What instrument are you playing, man?
I'll probably be mixing it up through the night, actually. String, maybe even a little wind instruments. I can summon different instruments, so I can just keep popping them out and practicing.
The shamisen, perhaps.
What is that?
It's a string instrument.
A shamisen?
Yeah.
Alright, so do we make it to the night without any, are we role-playing any through the night?
You make it to the night, that's for sure. So...
But the night takes you.
So we've got who's first watch?
we're doing second, so I think the first watch would probably be, I don't know, Nomad and
Tiffany.
Sure.
Okay, so Nomad and Tiffany first watch. Who's second watch? It's Prince and Hestia, is that right?
Prince and Gabriel.
Gabe.
Gabe. Who's third watch?
Oh, it's me and...
It's
Hestia and
me
Jasper?
and Hestia. During first watch, Jasper's going to do that same ritual thing that he did the other day with Nomad, but I guess I'll do the shoveling myself.
Yeah, in an hour of my watch, I'm doing going off and doing a ritual of sorts as well. Excuse me. Oh, those. Sorry.
Well, I do want to roleplay, but I'll wait until second watch.
Okay, so first watch, that's Tiffany and Nomad. If you had any role-playing to do, now's the time.
Alright. I would ask Tiffany, so how did you come by your unique set of skills, exactly?
Tiffany is going to laugh and say, I wondered how long it would take someone to ask. How do I put this? In my teenage years, I had a thing for bad boys and kind of got in with the wrong crowd for a while. You know, young stupidity. Eventually, I grew up a bit and decided to use the skills for good instead, but basically my ex-boyfriend was a bit of a delinquent.
I see.
Yeah, no, it's not the most flattering story, but, young love is blind and not smart.
I can certainly agree with that. Did you have any siblings?
Yes, but it's kind of weird. I didn't like Zelkir much when I was young. I longed for adventure, so I talked my parents into letting me move away with my aunt when I was young. So I haven't actually seen my siblings in years. And my aunt died in those teen years, about the time I fell in with that crowd I mentioned. And I just did not want to return home to what I thought boring life. I hope my siblings are still alive, but I guess that's something to find out. What about you? What's your story?
Yeah. My story, huh? I guess, no one even asked me that so far.
Well, you asked about my skills, so it seemed only fair.
I belong to an order here that was mildly popular, I would say. We would help people around the continent, but that didn't exactly work out as of a few years ago. And I'm trying to right some of the wrongs that happened because of that.
Tiffany is going to nod.
Put a couple of people that were close to me to rest, hopefully. And then put myself to rest.
He's going to kind of quirk an eyebrow at that. What exactly do you mean by that last line?
I probably mean to take my own life when I'm done with all of this. I lost everything I had a few years ago. And I just need closure on a few things. And then I can join those that I've lost.
Tiffany is going to frown and say, I think I understand your reasoning, but I hope before you get to that point you find new things to live for.
Maybe. I suppose we'll see.
We will.
Going day to day is not easy for me.
Yes, I suppose it has its difficulties for all of us. But one thing about going day to day is you never know what the next one will bring.
Sure. I suppose that's true.
She's going to take a swig from a flask and then she'll like offer the flask to Nomad if he wants it.
Thank you.
You certainly seem like a ragtag bunch. How did you all come together? Was it just random like my encounter with all of you, or have y'all known each other a while?
Somebody assembled us, picked the people that he thought would be best for helping the continent, I suppose you could say. Except for Prince, the more strange fellow. He just mostly showed up out of the blue, I guess. But he's been alright.
Well, I guess I'm glad I'm not the only one to show up into your lives out of the blue.
And I'm sure you won't be the last. But people that aren't trying to kill us are always a welcome surprise.
Yes, well, it looks to me like Zelkir has seen enough of killing to last for a while. Hard to imagine that whenever I was younger I was bored here.
I've always found ways to fill the time, I suppose.
Yeah. That is good.
Is there anything else you would wish to know about me or the party?
I mean, you said you were assembled together.
That's right.
Is it... Were you assembled together just to find out what was going on, or to defeat the undead, or something else? I mean, if you were assembled by someone and I'm traveling with you, then it seems that I'm part of your assembly, and I kind of want to know what I'm signing up for here.
Well, I guess our grand design would be to make everything like the way it was. Don't really have a specific end goal in mind. Mostly we just try to work towards that end goal in any way we can.
Tiffany's going
Sorry,
to
I
nod.
can't give you something more specific than that.
Tiffany's going
I guess.
to... Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Tiffany was just going to smile and nod and say, well, that's honestly the way I like to live life. Having an end goal is too stiff. I like letting life surprise me.
Life has surprised me plenty, and I think I'm sick of it by now. But I don't suppose that's a bad thing to like it either.
Both ways have their good and bad points.
I suppose so.
Alright, anything else for that first watch?
No, I think I'm all good.
Same.
Okay, second watch. Did you guys have anything?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make sure that nobody else can listen to this conversation. So I'm gonna roll perception to make sure that everybody else is asleep or like out of it. Oh, okay. 33.
Yeah, you're able to tell that everyone is asleep. Let's see. Jasper and Nomad are the only ones that aren't sleeping, but they're not paying attention to you. They're out doing their own thing. Actually, no, this is when you would be asleep, isn't it, Jasper? Second watch, because you were doing your
second watch
stuff
I'd be
first
asleep.
watch. Okay.
I suppose it doesn't matter the order, but yeah.
Well, if you were doing your ritual first watch, and then your third watch,
Yeah.
then second watch is when you would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hey, friends, I wanted to talk with you briefly.
Okay.
Listen, I know a little while ago you were talking about some unjust things and things that you have experienced and gone through that you felt were unjust, and I know I didn't react the best way, and I want to apologize for my reaction. And also, I am sorry that you went through something that you didn't deserve to go through.
It's okay. I actually didn't take offense. I was showing you some things that shook even me and trying to explain that, or at least in my view, that one of the fundamental ways in which this world works, life and death, can be kind of cruel and blind and sometimes unjust, and it's complicated. And I'm starting to realize, being back, that life and death, especially now, is getting way more complicated than I think a lot of people assume. And hearing everyone's experiences in this party about what's been going on is, maybe I came on a bit too strong at first. I didn't realize that everyone was going through similar things with the undead and have experiences that may shape the way they see this conflict that's going on. And I'm actually not sure, like, if everybody is actually on the same page about the undead here. So, it's complicated. It's complicated.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that, yeah, when it comes to the undead, it's complicated. Obviously, 90% of the time that you see undead, there is a nefarious reason. There is a lich lord. There is a necromancer. There is a ghoul, a vampire. They just want to wreak havoc and bring evil and chaos into the world. But that small 10%, I've seen people's lives change from that. People giving their life so that they can work fields and work as law enforcers without fear of death, because they're already dead, and they don't need to eat, they don't need to sleep. I've seen people being brought back from the dead to confess about a crime that either they committed or that they witnessed, that they were the victim of. It's very. Some people like some paladins. They usually think everything is black and white, either it's good or it's bad. But in reality, there's a lot of gray, in between. There's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of order and structure and there's a lot of chaos. And at least my personal philosophy is, you just got to try and find a happy place in the middle, where you can have a little bit of flexibility, to maybe not make everything good, but at least make sure that there is balance in all things.
I actually go ahead. Sorry, were you?
Oh, it's just a finishing thought, that clearly there is imbalance here with all of these undead, and I don't have some tragic backstory. There's no vampires that attacked my parents and killed them when I was young. I'm not the offspring of some of these undead monsters. I am not a victim or related to a victim of something like this. This is just, it's not a life that I chose, it's a life that chose me. And that's it, that's all I was gonna say. So, I would love to hear your thoughts now.
Well, I thought it was very interesting that you said that, there's a lot of gray, and there needs to be a lot of gray, because that is one of the issues I take with Pharasma, is that Pharasma has rules set up for those that circumvent the natural order of things, and they get punished almost blindly. It's very black and white. Pharasma is a very black and white god. And, I was punished and absolved from that punishment. And, in meeting with, I don't want to say the celestial being that I worship. It's not quite worship. I guess it is a form of worship. Huh?
That you have a relationship with?
Yes, that I have a very intimate relationship with. She taught me that the world does not have to be black and white. There is, I don't know if I would call it gray, but, the lawfulness, the sort of blind lawfulness of Pharasma is a mistake. Treating all undead like they're worthy of punishment, especially not considering why they became undead. Like, I am not undead. I did circumvent, or at least I have vague memories of my life, so I don't know exactly the circumstances of how I came to be. But I'm not undead, and I was punished just the same. So Pharasma isn't punishing just the undead, she is punishing anyone who tries to escape her verdict, her decrees. And there has to be a better way than Pharasma's judgment. And I don't say this as to disparage Pharasma, because I don't think Pharasma means any evil. I don't think she chooses to punish people out of malice. But I agree with you. I do agree with you that there's a lot of gray, and there needs to be more. And I do think there is an imbalance going on, and I don't think that people are choosing to be undead here, and I fear that Pharasma will judge them just the same.
That is not what I have heard.
What have you heard?
Some people have been punished unfairly, and that is part of my apology to you. Actually, that is my apology to you, that you were punished unfairly. But in the grand scheme of things, She has a reason. Um, I do not believe that these bodies that were unwillingly taken will be punished. Um, and if for some reason they are, there must be a purpose. There's
I
a
can
purpose for suffering. Sorry, go ahead.
I cannot see the purpose in my suffering. I can't, especially since it was admitted to me that essentially there was no purpose in my punishment. It was a mistake.
That is
It
not
was.
what I have heard.
I was told that it was a mistake. But I mean, maybe I am a special case. Maybe I am an exception. Maybe mistakes happen and I was just one of them. Maybe the rule is that people are punished fairly, or that there's a reason for their punishment. That it's not I don't know. I can't get into the mind of celestial beings, but in any case,
It is hard for us mere mortals to understand such things.
I am not immortal.
That's fair. And some people look at me and they're like, like, you're not a human, you're not an elf, you're not an orc, you're not a halfling, dwarf, a gnome, you're not a drow. You're different, and so you must understand. And honestly, I don't.
That was my initial impression. That's why I came to you, because I noticed your celestial heritage and I thought that you might have some understanding of what goes on up there, or there.
I think maybe something that I have been gifted in. Some people would say blessed, other people would say cursed with. Is that maybe I do have just a natural ability to better understand and comprehend things from celestial beings, from gods. Though not as well as some people might think. But again, I am sorry for your suffering. It was unjust, and I will be so bold as to say that not uncalled for, as I do believe that, and I do, from my understanding, there was a purpose for it. What it is, I do not yet know, but I know that you were unfairly punished, and there, I know just somewhere in my heart that there is a reason for it. I don't know what it is, but you're not a bad person, Prince. You were not a bad person before. You forgot things about the past. I don't think you've been perfect, but I don't think you've been bad. I think you've been trying to be a good person. I mean, you're here with us now, trying to help us defeat an evil undead overlord over an entire kingdom that is trying to take over the kingdom and then quite possibly the entire world. And you're bringing balance. If that's not a good thing, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I just don't want people to suffer the same fate that I had, especially if they don't get to choose. So I think that anyone creating this mass amount of undeath surely needs to stop, especially if they're doing it to unwilling people.
I'm glad that at least we can agree on that. And hopefully maybe we can better understand each other in the future. And I do want to get to know you better. You seem friendly. I don't have many actual friends. Some people pretend to be my friend because, they think that I can cure them or whatever. But, I can cure as well as, Nomad. Not as good as Hestia. But, yeah, Anyways, I think our watch is just about done.
Yeah. I will say this is the last thing. One day, I hope that you get to see where your celestial heritage comes from. The outer planes, from what I can remember of them, are some of the most beautiful places in existence. The music that is played from the Elysian fields is absolutely breathtaking. And to even have just a small amount of that spark in you is a blessing.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, at some point I do need to take an hour of this watch and go out under the moonlight.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm gonna try and keep this underground smokeless fire going.
What are you using it for?
Warmth, and so we can cook
That's
breakfast.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Actually, since we're just kind of sitting there, I do want to see if I can find any critters going by, any big squirrels, any small deer.
Give me a survival check.
Yeah. Yeah, especially since he's gonna be. Oh, right there. 29.
Yeah, you're able to get enough critters for lunch or something, or breakfast, or get some rations put together for you and the party.
Also, I forgot to mention this, but I mentioned it earlier, but during the conversation, I would just be fiddling and minorly practicing summoned instruments, like usually probably like a string instrument, guitar, as we were talking.
Okay, let's see. Hestia and Jasper, are you going to need to do any role-playing during your watch?
I think that's
Only if Hestia is okay with it.
I'm good with it.
Okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick while you guys do some role-playing, and then I will come back. And then we will follow up on the perception check that I rolled for you guys.
Also, I'm going to be AFK for like 3 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll be back momentarily.
I'll be right back.
I won't.
Wait, we can't all leave while they're role-playing.
Yeah.
You guys could.
Okay. Hey, Erica, this is your chance. Go see what he's planning. Go.
No,
I'll be here.
because then he wouldn't invite me to his campaigns anymore.
Oh,
I'll
I'm
probably
pretty sure if you kiss him, that he'll forgive
that'll
you.
make up for it. Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
that's how it works.
You feel like a sad boy.
Alright, sorry. I'll let you guys roleplay.
Jasper, hi.
Hi there, Hestia.
Fancy seeing you here.
You don't seem too worried for Mela.
I am. But what else is there to do except do what you can?
You're right.
It's not gonna bring Malith back by me whining about it.
You're right. I only say that because, more or less, you've been the motherly type in our group.
Well, I'm her friend, not her mom. But I don't know,
Do you have
Malith
kids?
is. I had kids.
I figured. You kind of have that air about you.
Well, thank you, I guess. I guess being a mom is not a bad thing.
Except for when your children are rotten and break your heart.
Yeah, or dead.
Or dead.
I just wish my son was still alive.
Yeah.
But yeah. Why are you even here on this journey? You're here to kill undead. We all know, but
Go on.
I don't know. There's a lot of gray area, and I just kind of wonder how you're fitting in.
Gray area. You mean everyone's got their own opinion of morality and undead and the like?
Well, yeah. You don't just get one. Well, yeah, we had one guy making undead, one person who, a couple people are half undead, and we're all just doing our best. I don't know.
When you guys are done, I have a question for Jasper.
Good. Well, I haven't killed anyone or anything that was at all questionable to you in any way, have I?
No.
I asked you a
But
question
I guess-
earlier. Oh, go on.
I guess it just feels like everything we do is questionable to you, and if you're actually comfortable here.
I'm more concerned about people's curiosity getting the best of them and undead time becoming a pseudo playtime. On that subject, I asked you something earlier today. Back when we were
You refresh my
saving-
memory.
back when we were saving that family, I had asked you if you've ever communed with the spirit of a vampire. You know how these intelligent undead, they do have their spirits intact.
Yeah.
And my understanding is that the necromantic energies alter and taint and consume that spirit in that body. I wanted to know if you've ever spoken with one, but you said no.
I have not encountered it, although I wouldn't reject it if I had. I mean, Malith is a friend that I've had for 5 years, and I wouldn't wish to see her go. And I think that even half vampires, full vampires, as long as they are doing good in the world, that's all I care about.
Have you ever met a vampire doing good in the world?
I've met a half one, and she's doing pretty good.
Well, half vampires seem to be a different breed.
Well,
I've met a Dampier or two in my life before meeting Maleth, and each one's a different story. Some of them are the right kind. They have a great sense of justice, and they know how wronged they've been. And they would make wonderful allies, and there's the others
I
who...
come from a people who have been told that they're bad, where I think that people can just be people. Let them do the bad things.
Your people aren't bad.
They come from the
Shadow,
plane.
but not bad. No,
Well,
there's some-
to many people, it's about the same as being a vampire. Touched by shadow, consumed by darkness. I just wonder how much... I know there are bad people. I know there are bad vampires. In fact, we've encountered many of them. But I wonder how many good vampires are out there just trying to do their best. And maybe they're all dead because they're different. I don't know. But I'm not going to not talk to a spirit and not be friends with who I want to be friends with based on if they are undead or not.
The reason I asked you that question earlier about whether you've communed with the vampire spirit specifically, it is because the one who I seek, I know personally, and I want to, if it's in there at all, appeal to her humanity. But I doubt that humanity is there at all. My observation is that in normal necromancy, the necromantic energies don't just animate the host, but they alter and consume the soul in a lasting, perhaps irreversible way. My observations are that it's irreversible.
Well, I'll tell you
But
what. If I learn anything about how to commune with a vampire spirit, I will help you and with whatever you need.
My hope is that this confrontation I make is as easy as it should be. That I know Emmeline, and I know that the humanity in her would be ashamed of who she's betrayed, and that she would willingly let me take her life from her if I could tap into that human part of her. But if it's not there, it's not even worth trying. And I need to be ready, as hard as it may be,
Is
to
Emmeline
kill her in that moment.
Is Emmeline still alive, or is she actually dead?
Emmeline is the human vampiress who, with those two fellow vampires...
If she's not cut down, her spirit is not one I can commune with.
That's why I hope we meet another vampire before confronting Emmeline. There would be a spirit that you can commune with.
Well, I think maybe you should talk to Malith and see what she thinks. She's half vampire herself.
Well, Maleth's not really here.
Well, when we get her. I mean, you're not going to get any information, most likely, until we find her anyway. But I'll help you with your quest.
I appreciate that. Tell me, Estia, what do you think of your children? You mentioned children, right? More than one?
No, just my son.
Just your son. Oh yeah. No, you mentioned.
And my husband. Yeah.
How did you lose your boy?
Well, my village of refugees was taken over by soldiers in Zelkir. And they just started cutting us down. And I never saw my son or my husband again. I'm not sure if they're alive or dead, but I've looked and I've heard nothing, and the most I can get is that they're trapped. Or their spirits are trapped.
Well, that's an awfully selfless thing for you to be serving people who are responsible for the death of your family.
I'm not serving their soldiers. I'm serving their people. And my people by doing this. My people will get more rights in Markov by helping with this.
Markov, huh?
Yep. As
Not
long
my
as
kind
there are
of
people
place,
to
so-
save, it's important to be there. I think that our shift is winding down.
Yeah, you're right.
Not quite, because as you were talking, could you mute yourself, babe? As you were talking, you hear a clatter nearby. Sorry, trying to think. You look up on the rocks above you, and you see a figure staring down. As you notice the figure, you hear some shifting movement nearby, out of sight. Go ahead and make a perception check, both of you. I made a perception check before for you to notice this, but for further details, or if you'd like to do a sense motive, that works as well. I can make it for you, Hestia, since you're... Oh, no, you connected. Never mind. Right, Jasper, you recognize that the figure has an almost human stance. And yet you're fairly certain that looking at it, it's a vampire. And the slightly off way that it stands.
Oh, speak of the devil and you shall appear. How did you find us? Is it the... Did I say the V word out loud?
Okay, so you just address him?
Yeah.
With a flash, the vampire leaps down next to you, or just a little bit out of reach. And he looks at you. After a moment, you recognize him based on the description of the half-elf, or was it an elf, with the other group.
Oh,
with the other vampires.
Helbrim?
No, so the
No, that's
Helbrim
the
was the
tiefling.
tiefling. Emmeline Tempest was the human, and then
Human.
this was the other vampire that was there. We've been following you, or at least trying to follow you. You evaded us earlier. You will not do so again. Do you do anything else?
Well, I suppose if you wanted to kill me, you would have done it already. What do you want?
He looks at you. That's a good question.
Every vampire has their kink. What's yours?
I like to watch my prey squirm before I sink my teeth in.
I said the same thing to Pietro once.
He cocks his head.
But he slipped through my fingers.
Actually, give me just a moment.
So, us that are sleeping, can we roll perception
You can
now?
roll a perception check. And everyone who is sleeping is taking a minus 20. Because that's what you get when you're asleep.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Nomad's possibly awake at this point. He wanted to talk to me after I was done with Hestia, so he sounded awake.
Well, he doesn't
So
hear anything.
I should have known that when he was approaching. Right?
You heard him approaching on the stone above.
Yeah,
And
but
there's somebody else,
I
at
can
least
feel
one other.
presence within 60 feet.
Oh, within 60 feet?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Then you actually had more notice than that.
Okay.
And 30 feet, so I don't know if that makes a difference or not.
What was your perception check?
I'm
Roll your perception check. I will decide what to do.
Fantasy Grounds rebooted.
Oh, okay. Okay, give me your perception check, and we'll see. Hestia, would you have done anything?
Wake someone up. Wake someone up.
Hold on 1 sec.
Okay.
I rolled an 8, so I don't know if that does anything. I rolled a 28, minus 20.
Where's my phone?
20. So 0.
Okay, let's see. Hestia, what would you have done as you felt it coming?
I think I would throw a thunderstone to alert everybody.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That changes things.
Yeah. Everybody is awakened by the thunderstone enough and you turn and you see Jasper conversing with this vampire, and he looks at you perplexed as you mention, as you infer that you had chased down Pietro at one point. And with that, he snaps. And I need an initiative check from everybody.
Well, as I wake, can I do something as I'm waking up?
Yes.
Okay.
Possibly. It depends on your what's it called? Your initiative.
Wait. Is it possible to give just me a long rest? Because I technically did that with the 2-hour ring
you've
dealio.
had your rest. You've had your rest.
Did we all get rested? Or did I get rested?
Anybody who needs a full night's rest has not fully rested yet.
Okay, so we don't get our spells back then.
Correct. You have what you had before you went to bed. The exception are those with rings of sustenance.
Okay.
I guess there's nobody else who's undead. So yeah, those who have rings of sustenance.
Oh, I rolled a 20... What is that? Did it go? I don't see it.
Oh gosh. Let me pull up the combat tracker.
I rolled initiative, but nothing popped up. I guess I have to do it again.
Don't roll until, I guess, how that works. I guess I can enter it.
I just rolled again, and it didn't do anything again.
Who did I miss? Where are you rolling it?
I'm rolling from the initiative in the character sheet.
Huh.
Under combat. I rolled an 18 and then a 16.
Okay,
but I'll do it again.
I'll take the 18. Okay, let me...
Yeah, nothing is popping up on my roll, but I just did it again.
Yeah, I have no idea why. That's weird.
I think my kid's trying to get out of bed.
Okay, Hestia, you throwing the Thunderstone is the...
Oh, there it goes.
What's it called? Why can't I remember? Surprise round. Jasper, did you roll an initiative? Alright, I'm going to share my screen on Fantasy Grounds. Actually, no, I think I'm not going to worry too much about the map for Fantasy Grounds. We'll do this one, Theater of the Mind. Well, actually, do you guys want the campground where you're at, or not?
I prefer to have a map.
Okay, then let me pull one up.
Yeah.
And then I will share my screen to Fantasy. Oops, wrong click.
Alright.
Man, I'm kind of jealous looking at Jake wearing shorts today. It's 42 degrees here right now.
Where are you?
Logan.
That's my boy's name, and he's crying like a little baby bum.
That's what babies do. Or how old is Logan?
Almost 2.
Almost 2? Toddler, so. Yeah.
Yeah. He babbles like a baby, but he climbs up our entire playground outside like a toddler. So.
Okay, let me
Yeah, I'm sitting here eating oatmeal so I can warm up a little bit. Since I'm over one of the few places in our home that's hard floors. So they're colder.
This will have to do. The colors are going to be off, but actually no, this works perfectly. Okay, that should have popped up for everybody. Can you guys see
Yeah, I
that?
see it.
Okay.
I see it.
Let me share my screen so that anyone on Twitch can also see. Oh, I should probably. Alright, so we've got.
Taggart.
Yes.
Do I have my companion now by chance?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Haha! Ha-how. Now to look into what it does.
I need to overlay a grid here. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have to get more than one. Okay, so go ahead and I'm going to drag you guys all into the thing. Are you able to move your people?
Yep.
Alright, so are these tents?
Yep.
Oh, and my familiar rolled a 5 for its initiative, so.
Poor little fella.
Yeah.
There, that will have to be you, Tiffany. Right, so everyone make a perception check really quick.
Oh,
Here we go.
already
Okay,
did
we'd like
it.
to roll under 2 again.
Oh, are we doing another one?
Oh, there we go.
Nat
I guess
1.
we're doing
Jasper,
another
you
one.
are very much occupied with the vampire. And Gabriel, did I drop you down here? I missed dropping you down, didn't I?
I think so. I got a 1.
Yep, you are also very much occupied with the vampire. The rest of you notice the following. As 3 whites emerge from the darkness around you. Okay, Hestia, you had your surprise round. Following that, let's pull this back up. Okay, Nomad, you get to go first.
Okay. I will trip the vampirus.
Okay. Go ahead and make a combat maneuver check.
So I'm going to take a 5-foot step over here. I'm going to swift cast Channel Vigor.
Okay. So you move, cast your Channel Vigor, and with your movement you drew out your weapon and then attacked. Okay, give me your combat maneuver check to trip. Babe, can you mute yourself? Okay, and at this point, the light is still low, but you're able to make out the enemies surrounding you. The reason the vampire hasn't yet attacked, you're not sure, but he does seem engaged in conversation with Jasper as the flashbang goes off around you. Most of you spring right to your feet. Actually, all of you.
I thought that was a woman.
The token is that of a woman. It's not. This is a man.
Okay.
But you spring to your feet, drawing your whip and lash out, and the vampire drops to the ground, cursing. I believe he actually puffs into mist as he hits the ground. Let's see, who is next? Gabriel, it's your turn, followed by Prince.
Okay, and I still don't notice the whites.
You have not
Or
noticed the
can I
whites.
reroll?
You saw the vampire, and that's it. The vampire, as you're getting up, the vampire hit the ground and then puffed into mist. Or smoke.
Okay,
of
so
some sort.
can I reroll perception now?
No. That was for your perception for this round.
Okay. Well, I am going to bolt up and take total defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay, Prince, your turn.
Okay. Did I notice the whites?
Yes, you do notice the whites.
Okay. Okay. I am going to... Hold on, how many square... Alright. So that's not that far. Okay, this campus is actually really small.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna come over here. And then I'm going to start a Shavik performance. I'm gonna do Death Walking Dance.
Okay.
All undead within 30 feet have to... I get to... Do I roll perform? No, I don't. Wait, do I? No. Okay, so I just start dancing. So I use my move action as that, and then I'll do this as standard, and then... yeah. All undead within 30 feet have to make a will save. And the will save is 18.
What is the will save for?
To take 1d6 of 1d6 of positive energy.
Okay.
Plus my charisma modifier, so it would be 1d6 plus 7.
Okay. Alright. You notice all three of the whites grimace in pain.
Alright, and that ends my round, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Nomad, I would like you to make a perception check really quick. Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead and... Okay, actually, what is your... That's... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, you were going to get caught flat-footed as the vampire appears behind you, or right next to you, and tries to grab you. However, you were able to notice it coming in, so you will not be caught flat-footed. What is your...
Okay.
What is your touch AC? 13.
13.
Okay, so the vampire tries to grapple you. And... Actually, what is your...
My CMD is 35.
Okay, yeah. So the vampire tries to grapple you, and you are able to rebuff the attempt. You know, kind of just as he coalesces next to you, you're ready for him, and so you sidestep and are able to kind of get out of his reach. And let's see, he glares at you with a wicked grin. Says, "You're oh gosh, you look like a delectable one. I'll enjoy sinking my teeth into you." Though he does look angry as you're able to get back away from him.
I give him a cold stare back.
Hestia, you're up. Tiffany, you're on deck.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire.
Where at?
Can you draw with this thing?
You should be able to.
So it's a 20 feet long ring of fire. That's 20 feet high. So
It should be a lot longer than that, actually. I think it may be like 20 feet per... I don't know. I thought it was longer than that.
You said it's Wall of Fire?
yep. I think I will do...
Yeah, it's 20 feet long per level. Or a ring with the radius of up to 5 feet per 2 levels.
Which would be 20 feet. So you can do a 20-foot ring or 20-foot long per level.
Wow, so you can do it really long.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if it has to be straight line. Yeah, I think it has to be a straight line.
Okay.
There is a line through this that would be nice, but it would put Tiffany out of it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you could separate her off with your enemies.
So
You don't trust her, right?
She's acrobatic. Let's see her jump over that wall. See if she's worth her salt.
Oh, interesting.
That's true.
Wall of Fire does not have a saving throw. I thought it did. Okay.
And it does double damage to undead as well, which is nice.
And I want the heat going this way.
Are you doing... Okay.
Oh god, you're gonna hit.
No, that puts Tiffany outside of it. I presume
Yeah,
that's
I was
how you're
thinking
doing it,
like
right?
diagonally to hit all 3 of those rates, but... Can you do that?
It's within 10 feet.
So only one side radiates the heat. Okay, so you're doing it like that? There's another thing if you want, as a point of suggestion, you could draw it like this.
Just draw it because I accidentally exited out of it.
Yeah, that
So
would
if
be...
you do like this cuts those 2 off from everybody and still retains the effect that you were wanting.
Let's do it.
Okay. Right, as Hestia begins casting... Oh, would you do anything with the vampire right there? Or would you move at all? Or simply...
Actually, exit out of it.
Oh, out of Fantasy Grounds or out of
No,
Discord?
out of the picture. I think I would get right behind her. Yeah, I'd step right behind her.
You could stay on... Are you not able to see my drawing?
Well, I exited out of the picture.
Oh. You should be able to pull it up.
I'm trying to find it.
Under Images.
What is it underneath?
It is called... gosh, what is this picture called?
Desert Campground?
Desert Campground. So just search Desert Campground, it should pop up. Okay, so Hestia moves slightly away from the vampire, takes a 5-foot step, and a wall of fire erupts from the ground, blocking off the two whites on this side. Right, Erica, go ahead and roll, or Hestia, go ahead and roll your damage for it. That should be 2d4 points of damage. And then, Tiffany, it's your turn.
Oh, it's mine.
Yep.
I will, the white that's right above me, I will attack it with my sword.
Okay.
I think is that... Sorry, I'm not used to playing, like, non-caster characters in this. So
You're good. Okay, so
I'm not
that's a
sure
hit.
if I did it right.
You're good. That's a hit.
Okay. And the damage, is that 1d6, or is it, I'm assuming, or...
It should have, if you go to actions, it'll have your thing right there.
Yeah.
You should be able to just hit damage.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it. I see it.
Okay. So as the flame erupts behind you, you lunge forward and stab the white. Let's see. You're able to get a better hit in since you are flanking him right now with Gabriel.
Sweet.
And he looks... You can tell that the white is very wounded. Jasper, your turn. Are you guys able to see the colored dots at the bottom right of the whites and everything else?
Yeah, to indicate
the
how
red
heavily
dots.
the damage and stuff.
Actually, I just realized I did the wrong stuff. So actually, you impale this white, Tiffany, and with a grunt, it collapses to the ground. I had done the damage to the wrong one.
Which one? The one between Tiffany and I?
Yes.
Oh, the one that disappeared. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, I killed it.
Sweet.
It was squaring up. You actually hadn't noticed it yet, Gabriel. And as you turned, it was focusing on you, getting ready to attack you from behind. And then she just impaled it right through the gut.
Not again. Oh, thank you, Tiffany.
Anytime.
Right, Jasper, you are up.
Jasper will just get up off his butt, walk right up to this vampire, and he's going to do the touch full damage version of Cure Critical Wounds.
And with your archetype, that gives it automatically max damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you said Cure
Which
Critical?
is Cure Critical Wounds, yes,
Okay.
and it will be 39.
Make a touch attack.
Which I'm trying to think of. I think I just need to roll the attack roll on this. I'm just going
Just
to.
an attack roll.
That didn't. I'll fine. I'll just get one of my weapons. I'll treat it as. Trying to think, it would just be +4, I believe.
What's
Or-
your...
My dexterity is +3, so I guess it's really just.
No, it's going to be a
+3.
+5. Because it's a
Plus
melee.
5?
It's melee, so it'll be
Oh.
strength. But that is 4.
That was almost nat 20. No.
Okay, well, that is still sufficient. So, because you are flanking with Prince, is what brings you up. Because you actually missed it barely, but the flank brings it up. So, with positive energy seeping from your fingers, you actually plant your hand right in the chest of the vampire, and he screams in pain. You said 39?
39 damage.
Okay.
And then Jasper whispers, "Where is Emmeline?"
He looks at you in shock. How do you know her?
Shut up! Tell me.
Alright. Actually, hold on. I need to verify if this wall of fire is solid or not, or if they can go through it.
They can go through it.
They can? Okay. They just take the damage again, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. 2d6 plus 1 point of fire damage to anyone passing through it. Okay.
Per caster level.
Not per caster level.
Yeah, +1.
Plus 1
fire
per
damage
caster
per
level.
caster level.
So 2d6 plus 8. Okay, actually, I mean, not, wait, is it opaque from one side or both sides? Nope, it's opaque. Just overall opaque. Okay, yeah, you guys don't know what the whites are doing. So, Nomad, it's your turn.
Wait.
Wait, does positive energy do double or extra? Never mind.
No,
I
it
thought
just
it-
does damage to undead.
Okay.
Can't be resisted, if I recall. Nomad, you're up. Gabriel, you're on deck.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Before Nomad goes, I guess my familiar may have missed its initiative.
Oh, yes, that's right, he's not on there. Okay. You're familiar, what does it do, Jasper? And I would like you to
speaks-
describe everything, because nobody else has noticed this at any point until now.
Well, nobody notices anything unless they can
Oh,
pick up on telepathic speech.
Okay.
But,
If you just
My
need to send it
familiar.
to me, what
Yeah.
it does, then you can. That all depends on if you want anything to be obvious to the party.
oh, I see. I guess I'll just send it to you, and it could be Jasper's turn. Sorry about
Would they...
that.
Yeah, you're good.
Or Nomad's turn, what were you saying?
Would they see anything as a result of it?
No. Actually, no.
Okay. Right, Nomad, what are you going to do?
Okay. I'm going to swift cast Divine Favor on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to... Let me add that to my modifier. And then I'm going to attack the vampire 3 times.
Okay. I forget. What? Okay, so you've got a bad... What gets you the third attack?
Channel Vigor.
Ah, okay. Sweet. Alright, and those are they all at... Are the second... Is the second at -5 and the third at -10, or... What's the... I don't know how
Well, that's the haste, the third one. So the first is the
Oh,
Probav,
okay.
and that's the -5 for the second one. And the third is just, yeah, normal.
Normal? Okay. Perfect.
Oh my, how do I roll the damage again? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Okay, so your first and your third hit. Nice. Okay. You lash out with your whip. The vampire is able to deflect the second attack, but your whip cuts at him with large gashes that seem to defy what a whip should be able to do. And the the vampire, you can see shock on his face as you cut him, and the dark ichor of his blood seeps to the ground. 1 second.
Okay. That will be it for me, by the way.
So, by the way, what's the... Because I'm seeing a plus 16. What's the plus 16 from? So I know that you have a big bonus from strength for the damage.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me... There's some old buffs on there, I believe, from the worm fight.
So I believe it should just be a...
4 less damage, because I don't have my sacred weapon with full strength on, but I do have the divine favor. Should be, yeah, just 12 damage from my strength, divine favor, so 8.
It'll automatically update the strength. So as long as you have it on your strength, which you do, if you update your strength with any bonuses, then it will automatically update the damage accordingly. Is your strength 26 right now? Okay.
Oh, shoot, right. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, so that's plus 9 damage, sorry.
Okay. No, that makes more sense. That makes much more sense. Okay, still, that does a good chunk of damage. That was... So 29 points of damage total. Okay. The vampire groans in pain and turns to you, Jasper, and let's see. Oh gosh, why do I keep hiding my combat tracker? And he actually takes a slash at you with his claws. What's your AC?
Oh, well, right now it is less than what it's currently listed as. My AC...
I think that unless you're above a 20, he's hitting.
Oh, he got me.
Okay, let me verify. Okay, so he claws at you. And you take 5 points of damage. However, you feel some of your life force being sapped out of you.
Do I?
Yes.
Because I have an ability.
Make a Fortitude save. What is it? So... Yeah, make a Fortitude save and then...
So I have a +3 bonus on saving throws against death effects and negative energy.
Okay, that will
another
apply here.
Sweet, okay, I'll just add a +3 to the Fortitude save then, is what you're saying?
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay. You feel him as he attempts to sap life from you as he hits you. But you're able to steel yourself and rebuff the energy drain. And you can see the anger swelling in his eyes. And he says, I'm done playing with you. I'll fight you another time, but not this time. And with that, he disappears into a gaseous form. If any of you want to make a perception check, you'll be able to possibly see him as he moves around, but that is up to you. Gabriel, it is your turn, then Prince.
Yeah, I want to see if I can see him.
You cannot.
Okay. Okay, so we still have the 2 other whites on the other side of that
This
fire
wall
then?
is opaque and 20 feet tall, so you can't see them.
Okay. Is anybody hurt?
Prince, you also cannot follow where the vampire is at.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's more hurt? Visibly next to me.
Actually, nobody.
Okay. Then I'm going to ready an action. If I see any more whites, or if I see that vampire, I am casting my spell Light Prison.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright.
Jasper says, enjoy playing second fiddle to Pietro while you still breathe.
Did you want to make a perception check? Anybody else? Hestia, you would be
I do.
next.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think anybody there.
So I'm not happy that
Actually,
Fantasy
1
Grounds
second.
rebooted for me, because I was rolling really well before, and now, yeah.
Tiffany, you actually did roll high enough that you can see where the vampire is. He's slowly moving through the air. Well, not somewhat slowly, but he's about 10-15 feet up, but you can make out his gaseous form up above you. And Jasper,
Is my-
your familiar also can see where he's at.
How high above is he again?
About 20 feet in the air.
Is it
Actually-
possible for me to like shout that information out?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, I would shout and point so that people were aware.
Let me double check. If you can actually damage it in gaseous form.
How did it immediately gaseous form when I tripped it?
Good question.
Plot armor. Dang it. No.
Or he used his action.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like super immediate, but it was like he hit the ground and then gaseous formed.
Okay.
Vampires.
I need to let my dog out. I'll be back.
Yeah, you're good. Gabriel, what was it that you had prepared? It was your light prison?
Light Prison, so
Never mind.
a reflex save negates it, but
What does it do?
rays of light burst from your outstretched hand, encircling each target's base with a cage of light. If the target fails its reflex save, it becomes enclosed in the light prison. A creature enclosed in light prison can attack, cast spells, and otherwise act normally as long as it stays within the light prison. However, if a creature passes through the walls of a light prison enclosing it, it takes 1d6 points of damage and is blinded for 1 round. Creatures do not receive saves to negate these effects. Once a creature passes through the walls of the light prison surrounding it, the effect ends for that creature.
Okay. As Tiffany calls out where it is, it's just above you. If you want, you can try and cast it on that creature, on the gaseous form. You can't quite make it out, but she's giving you enough of a description that you can attempt. Would you like to do so?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, call high or low.
Hi.
Okay. You cast the spell and it appears to have no effect. And you hear a chuckle in the air above you.
Tag.
Right, I'm gonna flip him off.
Yes, Jasper?
Would Jasper know off the top of his head if there's a way to attack a vampire in its gaseous form?
You're gonna have to pretty much use magic.
And such as the Disrupt Undead spell, would that work?
That would work. I mean, your typical spontaneous casting for your rays would also work. Positive energy of any sort would.
Wait. Actually, I have my amulet on. Would that help me know where that
It would
vampire
not.
is?
It would just tell you that
Okay.
it's close. And it is vibrating right now. It is vibrating for sure.
Don't worry, I would
Okay.
put it nicely.
No one heard that, babe.
Don't worry, I have a plan up
Okay,
my
well, it
sleeve.
is your turn.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
Tiffany
wasn't
called
I
out where it's
before?
at. Oh, yeah, you too, Prince. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, did I hear them say where it was?
Yes, everyone did.
Okay, so I'm going to maintain my bardic performance as a free action, and
That's the one that does damage?
yes,
Okay.
and it does it within 30 feet. So I'm going to move under it, and then, as my standard action, I am going to dispel magic gaseous form on it.
Okay. You will also have to... Because you still have to target. You did not roll high enough to know exactly where it's at, so you will have a chance, but you saw where Gabriel cast his spell, so you'll have a better chance than even.
Oh, well, would I have to do a perception check to do that, or?
You rolled the perception check before.
Oh, already. Alright, okay.
Okay. But,
So,
call high or low.
high.
Okay. That one was a nat 1.
We can see your screen, so
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were watching my screen or somebody else's. Okay, so
I'm going
you cast a spell, but it did not hit him.
Okay. Alright. And that's it. Well, the positive energy from the
Yes.
dance is still going.
Yep, and I did
It's
it.
1 okay.
Let's see. Anybody else want to act as this thing is before it gets to move again?
I'll use disrupt.
Is it still gaseous?
It is still gaseous.
Alright, can I cast my spell now?
Yes. What are you wanting to cast?
Oh, whoops.
I'm casting Wandering Star Motes.
Okay. What is the area of that?
It is 25 feet plus 5 feet every 2 levels.
What is it called? Wandering Stars. Wait a second. Look it up on your character sheet.
I forgot to use my bardic performances, so... There we go.
Okay, once again, you will have to make a chance at guessing where it's at. So call high or low.
Hi.
Okay, third time's the charm. You successfully hit it with the motes, and so intertwined with the mist that is this vampire's essence is now tons of light motes that make it very obvious to all of you where it's at. And the duration on that is 1 round per level. So for the next roughly minute, you'll be able to see where the vampire is.
I'll touch Gabriel and give him my thing.
Okay.
Zephyr's gift.
Yep. Gosh, now I'm going to have to look at the gaseous form, see if a physical attack can hurt it.
You can. I think it just gets reduced or something like that, like incorporeality or something.
I got special arrows. And a special bow. And I'm a special boy, archer.
Immune to all but magical attacks. Okay. I mean, you've
So, I mean, magic weapons count.
Yep, you've got...
Yeah.
Okay.
May I buff Gabriel again?
What with? Is it a...
War Mind.
I believe that will be a standard action as well, right?
Yeah.
So if he's willing to wait before he attacks, then yes.
No, go ahead and attack now.
Okay. Right.
I can do that on any following attacks.
So he is... At this point, this vampire is not in a happy place. Right, who... Okay, so let's see. Jasper, I think you're next if you're attacking, and then Gabriel.
Yeah,
You can now
cast
see it.
Undead,
Okay.
and that does not hit.
I mean...
Does it?
Isn't it a
it's
touch attack?
Disrupt Undead?
Yes.
Yes, that's what it's saying.
It's a ranged touch attack. Are you including your your weapon focus touch or ray?
Oh.
Because that affects that. Let me just double check in his.
Yeah, because I have 4 ranks in Ray, which would... What does that do with my...
It gives you weapon... You have weapon focus ray. Gosh dang it. I believe he would lose effects of all armor and just have his dexterity. So he's effectively everything. Everything's touch. Okay, so yeah, you'd still miss, but that's okay. Okay, so yeah, that does miss. Gabriel, you can go. I guess everybody, if you want to prepare your attacks and go, then we can.
Okay. I'm going to lose 3 special arrows onto it.
Special as in...
Mithril.
Mithril, okay.
Special.
Yeah,
special.
from my +1 Bane Undead bow. Okay, so that's 19. I don't know if that hits.
Go ahead. What's the... Just roll all 3 attacks. Are they all... Are you taking the -2 for doing rapid shot, by the way?
Do I need to take it
It'll be
all
on
of 3?
every single attack will have a -2 if you're using rapid shot. And is your first attack a many shot?
Yeah, the first attack is a many shot.
Okay, so let's see. Actually,
And I'm just doing I was doing many shot, and then just my regular attack best. It's many shots, so that's 2.
Yeah.
And then I get to lose a second arrow.
Well, yeah, many shot is just the first attack of the round has 2 arrows instead of 1 on it. So actually, all 3 will hit. So go ahead and just give me 3 times, or roll 3 times for damage.
Okay. So let's see. It's gonna be 3d8
plus 6d6.
Yeah, plus 66. So that's 5d6.
The
Plus
gaseous
1 more.
form
Okay, yeah.
resumes its corporeal status and drops to the ground.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm
Wait,
going to...
Oh, okay.
Going to... What's... The Simpsons, the bully guy. I'm gonna do his laugh best. Yeah, I'm gonna do that best. He laughed at me, so I'm gonna be like... Heh.
Okay, so he drops to the ground, and you can see he's... Oh gosh, give me a moment. I need to... No, I'm gonna roll with this. I'll look up later what it is that happens when vampires are on the cusp of death. But you can tell that he's there, though his body is beginning to regenerate already. So whatever you're going to do, you'll have to act quickly.
Well, also there's plus 15 to my attack best of boom, 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 my own. Oh no, not 15. It's plus
Because what?
strength.
Oh.
Best. I get to add strength, not dexterity. So it's not 15. It's a plus 9.
Okay. Yes. So, what do you do? The vampire.
Oh, is he knocked down?
He's knocked down.
Or
He is
should
prone,
I? Okay.
And he's not moving, though you know that vampires can heal quickly.
Are we going in initiative order, or do we just
do something? At the moment, you don't have to go in initiative order. But
Okay, I'm going to run up to him. Put my foot like on his chest, like on his shoulder, kind of like pinning him down. I'm gonna take out my mithril axe, mithril dwarven axe. I'm gonna look back, like waiting for approval to decapitate him.
As Gabriel does that, may I run up and bind his hands with my whip?
you can. Yes.
Okay. Should I roll CMB? Is he going to
Nope, go ahead.
fight me?
He's unconscious at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to look at Gabriel disapprovingly on the decapitating the potential guy that could give us information.
Yeah, I'll tell Gabriel. I think Jasper needs to have a word first.
All right, I'm here if you need me.
Castiel will give us the chance to talk to him after he's dead. Just, I say go for it.
Okay, and coup de grace.
No.
Oh, you're gonna kill him and then talk to him afterwards.
Oh, that could work. Yeah, you could.
Is that what I understood correctly?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
right.
I understood.
Okay.
So on this, there's another
I
no.
only have so many questions, by the way.
I can do it too.
Careful.
I can do it
Okay,
too.
okay.
Wait, so follow through or?
Sure. Get us some experience.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it's up to Jasper, I guess, at the end of the day.
Yeah,
This isn't even my vampire.
You had interest though. I don't know
Yeah.
who this is.
Yeah, Jasper, here, we're holding him down. Here's the axe. Use the axe.
You do it. I'll.
Okay. You don't have to tell me twice. Yeah, decapitate him.
Okay. You take his head
That's
off.
what you get for interrupting my sleep.
Also, before this happens, I want to just get a good look at his appearance. I want to get a very firm grasp of what he looks like in my head.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so you pay close attention to what he looks like as Gabriel removes his head.
I mean, if you need me to put it back, I can kind of put it back and I move his head back to where it's supposed to be.
So for the sake of
Well-
now, I know
Reclaim my whip.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him talk though. Like, oh wow. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at your screen.
Yeah, I know.
What? Gonna be like, hi, I'm a dead vampire. I messed with the wrong people, but I'm gonna make him talk like South Park Canadian from the throat.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
I think Jake knew exactly what I was referring to.
What are you talking about? So lame. Oh man, this dumb Canadian cartoon on South Park. Or it's not a cartoon, it's like a real life. Jeez, whatever, you know what it is.
Yeah. Man.
Okay, so in order to destroy it, you need to remove the head and anoint it with holy water. And that is something, Jasper, that you would know. So removing the head is sufficient temporarily, but in order to fully kill it, you do have to do that. And after not too long, the head will become conscious enough to talk to you, even with not being part of the body.
Okay, so while they're doing this, I want to, while the image is fresh in my mind, I want to start working on a disguise to look like him.
Okay.
I can use my comedy perform to do it.
Okay.
It's one of my thingies. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the disguise if that's okay.
Yep.
It takes 30 minutes to make. Well,
Yep.
1d3, 10 minutes.
Wait, do we know that you're trying to do that?
I guess you could watch me do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I don't know this vampire's name. I don't know who he is or what he came for or whatever. But I'm gonna start getting him naked, and I'm gonna get his clothes to give him to Prince.
Okay.
Well,
Actually,
I mean, as one of us who took notes would know what his name is. I neglected to take notes on his name, unfortunately.
Well, see,
I don't know if you guys knew his name.
Yeah, in character, I don't know his name. So
Actually, I could take a 20 on this, couldn't I? Since I'm not pressured or anything.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
Alright, yeah. I'm going to take a 20 on this perform check, so it will be my comedy perform 20 plus 20, so it's a 40.
There's still two other whites.
I mean, when the wall of fire dissipates, the whites are nowhere to be seen.
I'm pretty sure that wall of fire should have killed them all, seeing how quickly.
There were no bodies, but those two whites at least are nowhere to be seen.
Because that wall of fire does a lot.
And any heebie-jeebies from the amulet?
None.
As a walked-up perimeter?
Yes, because the vampire is still there.
No, but after we killed it.
So it hasn't died yet. You did take its head off. Jasper, though, you have enough experience with vampires that you know you will have to anoint it with holy water to kill it completely now that the head is off.
Do you relate that?
Or you can communicate with it. You can talk to the head.
Well, hold on, Taggart.
You should talk to him nearly headless, Mick.
Oh, he's totally headless. What was that, Nomad?
Is there any chance I would know that? If
Go ahead and
doing
roll a
priest,
knowledge. Roll a knowledge religion. Due to Jake's background, I'm not having him roll a knowledge on that.
Okay. All right.
You do not know that much about vampires.
No, I did not, unfortunately.
Actually,
What were you trying to figure out? I'm sorry.
Oh, how to fully kill the vampire, because you decapitated it, but that did not fully kill it.
Nope.
Yeah, Gabriel definitely does not either.
Okay, well, I will try it then. And you know what? I'm gonna do Dance of the Peacock to get to add my perform to my
Your knowledge?
To my knowledge. Hold on. Let me see.
Anoint holy water.
It's Pageant of the Peacock, but I'm also going to. Hold on.
I mean, I'm pretty sure people here have holy water. I mean, who wouldn't
do they
take holy water knowing that they were going to fight undead?
It takes
Alright, Gabriel, bust it out.
one bardic performance to do this. Okay, so there's a bardic performance. And so that will give me... It only takes one standard action, so it's 6 seconds.
Okay.
And it's bluff, so that would be my... Or, no. Comedy. That would be comedy. God, it's lower. Why is it lower? Oh, it should actually have a +5 on that. Hold on. Let me put it down. This should have a +5 on it. Yeah, it's still lower. Why is it lower? Oh, that's fine. Okay. Damn. A 3. Well, it's a 23, though.
And that was to check what?
The same knowledge.
Oh, okay. You would know that vampires are exceptionally hard to kill. If you can keep him away at this point.
At this point, Jasper's gonna say,
coffin for long enough, and that would kill him. But
I don't have holy water. We don't anoint his head. Then he'll come to. I'm not sure I want to talk to him in this condition. I think I'd rather speak to his spirit.
No, just talk to his head and deal with it.
Wait, two things. One, it takes more than just decapitating him. I didn't realize that. I just knew about that decapitation. Two, you guys came to a land of undead without holy water? Like, Here. I got some right here.
I'm gonna take that from you.
Here you go.
I figured either you or Nomad would have it.
No matter,
Yeah.
or undead are not my area of expertise, Gabriel. No need to be so condescending towards yourself. If you have the holy water, then use it. You can anoint it and get rid of it for sure.
Wait, what's
I
that?
think,
But-
no, honestly, we have more leverage with him as a head than with him being dead. And we can fully ask him more questions. This is a good thing. Just let's talk to the head. We can kill it after we're done with it.
Sure. Well, how long
Taggart, does
it take
Jasper,
to
does Jasper
regenerate?
know if that works?
So, ask that again.
Oh, mute.
Me? Am I muted?
Still mute.
Is he? Yeah, he's muted.
I'm muted?
Yeah.
Am I still muted?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you hear
That's
me
good.
now?
Showing. Yeah, there we go.
I don't know why I was muted. Okay, what was that last thing that you had asked, Jasper?
Would Jasper know if allowing the head to come to and then anointing it afterward, if that would work, or do we need
Yeah,
to essentially
that'll be
kill
fine.
it again? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's not killed, it's decapitated and then anointed with holy water that you need to do. So yeah, you
Alright.
can, you should be able to talk to him now and perhaps get information from him.
All right. Well, let's
Now
be
we're
careful.
one step ahead of him. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, just because he's only ahead at this point doesn't mean he's
Doesn't mean he
out of
can't get ahead.
tricks.
Okay, and just real fast, do we know how long it takes for them to regenerate? It's not going to happen in like the next minute or so, right?
They can be pretty fast. They have fast healing 5.
We'll
That's
be
to
neck
Jasper.
We'll be
Oh
neck
my
to neck.
gosh! Just kill the thing.
I mean, it can't do
Well-
anything if it's just the head.
I mean,
Well,
you know
it-
what?
Yeah,
I'm
but
just gonna do this.
it can take a gaseous form again, though, and create a whole nother debacle.
You're right,
Just
okay.
cast bleed on it.
I'm just gonna do this.
can't
I'm
bleed
going
undead.
to put the blade of my axe right at the top of his head, and then put of his neck, and then put the head on the other side of the blade of my axe, so that there is mithril between where the skin is supposed to fuse.
Well, it's more the fact that it can potentially still take a gaseous form while headless. And then it...
But you're gonna make me look up all
Okay.
these weird rules about vampires.
Could we just talk to the head?
Yeah, just let's talk to the head.
Okay, and then he'll regenerate and get away. Go ahead.
Well, we can also talk to the hand. I chopped off his hand. He woke me up from my sleep, okay?
I gotta hand it to you. That was good.
Hand it to me.
Yeah.
I see what you did.
Can't
And this
quite
man
put my
didn't-
finger on it though.
Gabriel just smiling. I got the hand as he holds it up to everyone.
I'm gonna just like slap his cheek and say, "Wake up."
Okay, yeah, it eventually comes to.
With his own hand.
For the sake
Stop
of
hitting yourself.
simplicity.
Yes, with his own hand.
Okay, well, I ready an action to attack him. Should he try to take a gaseous
Okay.
form?
Yep, granted. What do you say? He wakes up and he looks at you fiercely, Jasper.
Oh, I want to study his mannerisms while this is going on.
Okay. Granted.
Well, don't look at me that way. I wasn't the one who had the pleasure of killing you. Well, merely killing you.
Do you hope to get information from me? You'll get nothing.
I could torture you forever. That would be fun.
On the
And then
contrary, no,
suddenly-
you not.
Suddenly, well, I guess my familiar.
What did you say, head?
On the contrary, no, you cannot torture me forever.
I wish I was high enough to compel this fool.
Okay, well, I guess we can just kill him then. Let's just kill him. He doesn't need to be alive.
I'm going to just drop a couple drops of holy water on his forehead. You're doing this to yourself, just like this, and I'm gonna slap him with his own hand. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Don't wake up people when they have to wake up in the middle of the night to keep watch, and then go back to sleep. And they're tired and hungry.
So
You brought this upon yourself.
Do you want to keep doing this, or do you want to talk?
Go ahead and roll an intimidate check. Either of you.
Wait, I want to intimidate.
I will assist.
Wait, no, I'm good at this.
I would like to assist.
I'll
Man.
assist as well.
You don't mess with Mama Bear.
What skill is this? I'm sorry, what are we assisting with?
Intimidate.
Intimidation.
Oh, you should have let me do it.
Yeah,
actually-
sorry.
No,
Okay,
actually, I don't have it.
Esti is doing it. Everybody else is assisting her.
I'm sorry.
Well, Prince can still do it. He didn't roll.
I'm better at my
Are you going to assist Prince?
I should probably just assist, because I actually don't have the perform thing for intimidate. Ah! It wouldn't have mattered anyways.
There we go.
Prince is still doing the peacock
Prince is like,
dance.
yeah, man, suck it. And the vampire's like, gladly. Okay, so Hestia, you tell the vampire that you're gonna just keep this on and keep hurting him, and he looks at you and says, "What do you expect to get from me?"
Well, either we'll have a nice new base, or we... Yeah, what questions do you guys have?
Ask him where Pietro is and what hold he has on the city.
You have a voice. Do it yourself.
Okay, well, you asked me what you want to... Don't you have to ask the questions with this spell?
This is
He's
the
not
spell.
dead.
This is
He's
the
not
head
dead.
of a vampire.
He's not dead.
Oh.
This is why we did this.
I thought you were doing speak... Okay, alright,
No.
yes, never mind. He's still alive.
That's
Okay.
our backup, is Speak with Dead.
Yep.
Okay. Where's Pietro? We think he's in the city. Do you know his plans for the city, or
His plans for the city.
yes, his plans and where he might have taken Malith?
His plans are to continue to rule.
Okay, well, how much influence do you have over Pietro? How well does he know you?
He created me.
Oh, so you're his progeny. Okay. What is your relationship like with him? Are you guys on good terms? I
He
mean,
is
are
my
you just
master.
yeah, you're masked, but are you just an underling, or, how low down the food chain are you?
You're getting Pietro's sloppy seconds, essentially. He's second fiddle to him.
Really? You think he's second fiddle? Okay,
That's an overstatement.
Most
I'm
certainly.
probably a big one.
I am.
Most cert.
No, he responds to playing second fiddle. I am quite influential. If you
Influential
let
with
me go,
who?
if you let me go, you might even find a warmer welcome when you finally reach your final destination.
How would you even do that? How could you sway your master to have...
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Instead of a warm welcome, how about the cold embrace of Emmeline Tempest?
What?
What is she to you? Do you seek to indulge yourself with a vampire?
I know her. Just want to talk.
You want to become one of us? Is that it? You'll find
Oh no, I want every one of you dead.
He does not laugh.
Oh, I hate you so much. No, I would like a meeting with Miss Tempest.
I could arrange one.
All right.
Of
Well,
course.
now
Contingent upon you letting me go. I'll do nothing for you if you keep me here in this condition.
how would you go about arranging a meeting? How would you do any of this? It sounds like
My
you aren't
methods
that.
are my own. You know so little of our culture, of our world that we are creating here. Do not deign to tell me what I can and cannot do, mortal.
If he can't even tell us that, then he surely is lying.
Yeah,
Saying
I'm not
whatever
sure.
he
You're,
needs to save his own skin. And
I
I
think
think,
so,
that
too.
somebody that would have been close to Pietro wouldn't be so easily overpowered like his wealth was.
I agree.
He could scarcely harm even one of us.
yeah, I'm
Well,
just.
worst comes to worst, he could be a new purse.
I'm struggling to figure out how influential he actually is, and if he can actually do the things that he claims that he can do. He says he can get us a warm welcome, but how exactly could he even do that for us? I say we just kill him. I mean, he's not giving us any information. I mean, I'm a bluff here. I'm actually going to use
go
the
ahead.
skill.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's not actually giving us any information that would help us do this, and he's not giving us any indication that he can actually do the things he's claiming to do.
Can I assist his bluff?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh shit!
I agree. I think that we should get rid of him now. He's not going to provide anything useful.
You can see a little bit of panic coming up in his eyes.
I mean, a 25 is still high.
Yeah, oh, and you got assisted. Okay, give me a moment. Think of his reaction to this.
While you're thinking of how to react to that, I want to. I'm double checking. I'm double checking my ability to make sure I can actually do this.
Yeah.
Oh, why? I felt like I read it earlier, and I just wanted to double check. Oh.
Let me go and I can tell you who rules in Melkar.
What will you do? Roll your head all the way there?
Allow me and my body to reunite.
I am going to sense motive this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, can you type the
I would
spelling of what
Also, like
you
to
just
sense
said
motive
was?
this.
Oh, that was the name of the capital. I think I included it in today's prompt as well.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I would also like to sense motive this
Yes.
vampire.
So my sense motive was a 38.
Melkar. Okay. You can see panic in his eyes, and
Is he actually gonna do? Do I get the sense that he's actually gonna do the thing that he's saying he's gonna
you
do?
get the sense that he sounds willing. He seems willing to you to give up that information in exchange for you letting him leave. That seems like a genuine request.
Well, I'm going to.
Whether or not that order is the way that whether or not the order is the smart way to do it, that's up to you. But his request seems genuine.
Alright, well, I am going to bluff again and say, well, if you tell us who the leader is and how you could possibly influence him to give us a warmer welcome, we will let you go. Nat 20.
Oh!
Okay, I need to see this. Yep, okay.
Beautiful.
He studies you. I can tell you who leads the city and who their allies are. And in exchange, I will recover myself and leave you be. I will not return to the city. They will not know that you're coming.
I mean, that's fine. I said give me the information first. That was the deal.
And I think that's kind of what he just said there.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, sure. I accept. Give us the information and, give us any relevant information that might help us warm over your leader and who he is.
Pietro rules as king of Melkar. The city is ours. The Lich, Mordecai, he comes and goes. He has his own business. And I'm certain that you know of the necromancer, Alexander Cullen. He tends to inhabit the city to the south of Melkar. You won't usually find him in the capital. He's off building his exhibits throughout the country.
Okay. Is that it? Is that all the information you have?
He glances at Jasper and says, also in Melkar, serving under the king himself, is Emmeline Tempest, his most trusted advisor, besides me, of course.
Yes, I'm sure that you hated sharing that privileged position with her.
Can I just what gear does he have? Does he have like armor or swords or anything like that on him?
Were you to fight him, you would find yourselves eviscerated and drained of all your blood.
Oh, I was actually asking about out of character about.
About this guy?
Yes.
He was in light armor. He had 2 daggers on his side, but he didn't ever draw them. He seemed to prefer to use his hands and his teeth, though he didn't really get much of an opportunity.
Okay, I'm back in character.
Really quickly, actually, Nomad, go ahead and make an intelligence check. I'm curious if you'd get high enough to get this.
No.
There's a tickling sense of familiarity as you're looking at this guy right now, but you can't quite place your finger on it.
Okay,
What's
well,
your name?
My name? That is of no consequence. You would have never heard of me.
That doesn't matter. We still need to know your name. I mean, if we are to...
Enrique, I can't keep a straight face with you.
What is Enrique doing? I'm missing something.
He's been doing this for the last 10 minutes.
Every time that this vampire is speaking, he's waving his hand around.
Very
The
loosely.
vampire's hand around.
I didn't realize that until now.
You're waving. Wait, you're waving his hand around like to taunt him?
No, like when he's speaking. Like,
Yeah, so like I'm out of his eyesight,
Okay.
but like it's like the vampire's hand, like as if he's moving his hands as he's speaking.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that he was limp-wristed the whole time.
No, like I took his arm. So.
I know. Okay, yeah, okay. I thought you were taunting him, saying he really can't do anything. He's so limp-wristed. He has no strength. He's making like he's all high and mighty, but really he's just some lowly vampire.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, in response to what he said about his name, you told us, I guess, the hierarchical structure of your organization, and you claim that you are part of it. So knowing your name is part of the information.
My name is Varzaval.
Thank you. Alright, just make sure you guys don't damage any of his clothes or gear. Thank you.
Are we gonna take him at face value with that? Let's get some sense of motives on good old Varzi
Okay,
here.
Hold on. I'm gonna drop his arm, like hand.
By the way, Nomad,
and then I'm just
Varzaval
gonna-
did not ring a bell.
I'm gonna grab his head by the hair. I'm gonna put him in my bag of holding.
Yeah. I also want to sense motive this Varzaval just to make sure that he's not lying to us. Is that okay? Is he lying to us? I mean, you didn't roll
go
it,
ahead
so I
and
don't think
roll.
he's bluffing.
Yeah,
I mean, you didn't
I'll
see me
assist.
roll.
Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Nat
What's my
20?
sense motive?
Yeah.
I
Jasper,
assist as well.
you can see the panic and the fear in his eyes. You
I got a
believe
30
that he is doing whatever he can to buy credibility with you guys.
Does that mean he's telling the truth? Like, what do we and how do we interpret?
No, I think he's not.
No, so going with that, he doesn't know how much you know, and so you can tell he's spilling a lot more than he normally would have, because he doesn't want to die.
Okay, so we can assume that his name is.
I mean, at least a good chunk of what he's telling you,
right.
think is probably true.
Can you spell his?
What? Did he go? Oh my gosh.
I think your thing muted.
And he died.
What in the heck is going on here? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be making some notes. So I need to know what was his name and a quick overview while it's fresh.
I can get that to you afterwards if you want. Just so
Okay, so yes,
soon,
I just want the information
I'll
of
give
what
you a
he said
summary.
on paper. Okay.
And also, I'm assuming that at this point, Prince and Jasper are kind of like shooting looks at each other, and then kind of looking at the rest of us, and that's why, me following that prompt, I would grab his head and just put him in the bag of holding. In the meantime, while we get ready to
Okay.
do
Well,
what
Tim,
we need to.
What,
I said just.
what are you
just
guys
don't-
going to do with the rest of him? By the way, you find...
Well-
do you check out his gear at all?
Yes, that's what I was saying. I'm checking out his gear because I want to make a disguise out of it. I'm going to take a 20, and it's my disguise. I don't know if you have to roll the disguise to make the disguise, or if that's just when you're trying to use the disguise.
It's whenever you put it on, you're going to make that check. But
Okay.
for gear, he does have a ring of protection +1 and a cloak of resistance +2, as well as a headband of alluring charisma +2.
Okay, well, do you guys mind if I take that for... I already have the headband of alluring charisma +2, so I can swap out. I mean, I guess I'm presumably not going to wear his clothes all the time. I'm just going to keep it, but I at least need the cloak to make the disguise, I think. I don't know. How is that going to work? Can I just make one that looks like it, or how does it work?
Yeah, I mean, you could fabricate a cloak similar to that.
Okay, well, I don't have a cloak, so...
What about this? Cloak, right here. The original.
Yes, that's what I was thinking, but I just didn't want to, like, bogart all the loot. So-
May I, if somebody doesn't need charisma,
If you're impersonating him,
may
take
I
all of
your
his
old
stuff.
headband?
Sure. What does his
You can take it
headband
back
look
at any
like?
time
It's +2.
as well.
His is a +2.
Yeah, but I'm doing it for, like, disguise, and I don't want to look like a douche vampire all the time, so, like, I'm asking, what does the headband actually look
He's
like?
making sure it's not like Fortnite brand or something.
Yeah, no, this headband actually makes you look like... No, I'm just kidding. It's not anything special. It's actually fairly simple and not necessarily noticeable. It's pretty much just like a band. A metal band around the head.
Okay, so as long as it doesn't look too stupid, I will just give him my headband of alluring +2 and take his. And then I will not wear... And I also want the cloak for the disguise, but the rest of the small details, I don't really need that to wear it all the time. I still want to have my individuality. Yes. Until I want to put the remainder of the disguise on.
Wait, did you say you were giving me your old one?
Yes.
Okay,
if you
yeah,
guys will
and
let me
and
have the other loot for the disguise.
Yeah, and you may have this back at any time too if you need.
Okay.
But yeah, for now, this would benefit me a bit
So,
if
what
somebody else
armor
doesn't need it.
did his armor have any spell check penalties? If so,
His-
then I'm just going to keep it around and not put it on.
He just had light armor. I don't think you
Okay.
have any issues with light armor as a bard. So,
Okay. Well, I had a chain shirt already.
Yeah.
But so I guess I can give someone my chain shirt
it'd be
if they want
easy
it.
enough to just wear. Well, okay. What does he have on him? I didn't check his actual armor.
Also, I'm just gonna ask you guys.
Oh no, he just had
so-
clothing on, so you can just put his clothing on over your chain shirt if you want, Prince.
Okay. I don't know if I want to wear it all the time because sometimes I do want to be. I guess it doesn't matter. You guys knew who I am.
It's easy to get naked. I mean, take off the clothes.
Okay.
We know your handsome face from anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to fashion the disguise to look like him. And I guess I'll just do this. Go ahead.
Oh, just asking. Just want to make sure. Just already. Can I just? Can we just?
I am fully. In fact, I
Gecko's
want
just
you to kill him.
salivating.
Okay,
Yes,
I
kill
am
him.
I am going to take put
Well,
it in a
ask
bowl.
everyone first. Ask
Well,
everyone.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna be looking at everybody as I set out a bowl, fill it up with holy water, and then I'm
Whoa,
just
you
gonna
just need to anoint him. You don't need to.
No, I'm-
He's got
Baptize
anoint-
him.
he's
No,
making a.
I am going to Nacho
Joker, it's
Libre
about sending-
baptize this guy.
Hey,
Oh,
hey!
God.
I mean,
Before,
you guys have seen Nacho Libre, right?
Yes.
When he baptizes Skeleto. Yeah, I'm just gonna bah.
oh, I wanted you to do it slowly so like we can hear his screams as he dies. I'm sorry, no, I don't want to say that.
Wow, Prince.
No, I don't know. I'm
Prince,
joking.
2 hours ago
I'm joking out
in
of
the
character.
night. We really need to have compassion on these undead that were forcibly made undead. Make him suffer.
I'm just joking. I didn't
Prince
say
takes a
that,
step
but
towards evil.
you do what you want to do. No, do what you want to do.
2 steps.
I anoint him by dipping his face in the bowl of holy water.
He
I'm gonna
screams,
grimace and look away.
and then his head and body burn up.
Okay, we got the clothes off. I wanted the clothes.
Like the
Yeah.
flame didn't hurt you. It was just like holy fire burning up.
Quick, before his spirit is gone, is one of you willing to commune with him?
At this point, there's no communing with his spirit. Although Jasper, you can do something about the spirit.
Yes, but I thought that the spirit would still be there, just kind of floating in the ether.
It is about to leave, so you can.
Somebody do something, please.
Why? Wait. Why? You don't need them to do that, do you? Or are you trying to talk to it more?
I'm trying to see something.
Okay.
It was part of mine
I
and
will call back
mine
the
and Hespia's
spirit to
role-playing.
talk to him.
Okay.
I cast Speak with Dead. Or Speak with Hunt, whatever is your goat. Whatever you
Jasper,
want.
were you going to do something?
That is my go.
Well, I guess, but I wanted to try talking first.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What were you going to ask?
So-
it? Well, let me make a save for him, because he does get a save. And we need to wrap up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired and I need to get up early.
Okay,
So
he failed to save. You have 2 questions. Go ahead.
Okay.
Fast.
Do you regret doing evil in your time as a vampire?
Were I still mortal, I would barely be able to sleep. For the fear of what I've done.
As a vampire, did you cling even slightly to your humanity in any regard?
At first, it was like a dream. And over time, my humanity slipped further and further away, clawed away from me by the very energy that gave me life.
And then you see Jasper point at some spot in the air, and then point into the direction that he's talking, presumably of the vampire. And that's where Jasper is familiar, does its thing.
Okay.
What do we see?
Is there anything that anybody else would see?
I don't know that they would see anything, actually.
His familiar goes up to him?
Here's what the
as far as I know, I'm holding his head still.
Nope, the head is burnt up.
Yeah.
This is after.
Here, I mean, I don't think I read through it again and again, and
it's very possible that there's no physical manifestation of what is about to happen.
Right.
I personally can't remember what it is off the top of my head, so
I will show you the brief text.
we can look at it later.
Yeah.
So, okay, what do you do then from there, Jasper, and how will we end the night? Because that's where we're going to call it.
I guess Hestia.
Okay.
Well, Hestia. What? I guess the spell ends very abruptly. Like, I asked the two questions, but then suddenly it's the presence of the spirit is just...
Yeah, you only get two questions.
Yep. You feel the presence of the spirit kind of evaporate almost immediately. Where normally with the spell you can kind of feel it slowly dissipate.
Yeah, it looks like he's somewhere else.
Yep. Gone. Well.
So he still has a spirit. It's just transported somewhere else.
It was some interesting insight, at least to me, what he said.
I'm gonna hold my medallion and I'm just gonna quietly say, may you be judged according to your deeds and desires.
Okay.
And speaking of which, oh no, never mind.
That's a good question for next time. So that's where we'll call it for tonight. And normally we sit around and talk for a little bit more, but I'm gonna end it there.
Right.
So
Sleepy guy.
thank you everybody
Thanks,
on stream.
guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave because I need to get up early.
Good night.
Good night.